And we're live. Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. This is season 1, episode 7 of the JxN Podcast. This is the Christmas special. We're here live with Mr. Gary the Lions and
What's up?
and a special guest, Bunny.
Hi guys.
Yay! All right. We're also live on stereo. If you guys care to join. If you guys know what it is about, just search it up on either the Apple Play Store or the Google Play Store. Is it called the Apple Play Store?
No, called the App Store.
Oh,
because we're very pristine.
I'm getting
we don't,
echo feedback from you, Gary.
Yeah, that's probably the stereo thing. I'm gonna just set this up on Instagram. Then I'm gonna throw my phone across the room. You still getting echo feedback?
It's at a distance now.
No. How about now? So
You should cover
good.
it.
Suffocated under the pillows. How's that?
It sounds muffled, but whatever. It's better than it was before. All right. So today's topics is who is your main in games, Marvel trailers, and that horrific game, unless you're on a PC, Cyberpunk 2077.
Horrific.
Watch your goddamn mouth.
Watch your goddamn mouth. All right, so who's your main in games? We're pretty much going to talk about like who your main character would be in your game. Like who would you pick, male or female? What kind of attacks would you have? What kind of class? What kind of
would you a Dungeons and Dragons character or something?
Yeah, stuff like
Oh,
that.
everything. And we're judging everybody.
Yes, everybody's getting judged. There's no
I'll judge you heavily.
No mercy. I mean, Bunny, didn't you have an issue where every time you would play like a game that would have a healer, you always end up picking the healer?
Subconsciously, yes.
Really? Also, you're great to have at a party then.
No, but I don't like being the healer because, I look at all the classes, I read what they do, their history, and I'm like, this one sounds the coolest. And then after a while, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm just the buff guy. I'm just the healer. And in my heart,
very integral.
Like my mind subconsciously picks a healer, but my heart is like, I want to be a tank.
So why not a paladin then? If I'm not mistaken, that's what a paladin is.
Oh yeah, paladin.
It's like a tank. Right, it's like a tank healer if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well,
yeah,
it
I
does
don't like to
it
be in
does
the
healing.
background.
Yeah, it does healing, but it buffs. But the paladin also goes to the front line.
Yeah. So it's like a tank healer basically, rather than being like super into healing and having to stay in the back line so you don't die. Because that's the worst, having a healer on your team that
Doesn't
is
heal.
trash.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
the first to die.
my sister and I were playing Overwatch after a long time not playing, and we were talking about because this other team was way lower levels than we were, but they had a really good healer, and you could win a game with a really good healer.
Yeah, because it's like an onslaught of constant people being revived, and it feels like you're never amounting to any type of victory.
Mm-hmm. Or like when you have a friend who's like level 50 and you just started the game and you just follow them
that
around.
is me all the
I
time.
hate doing that. That's one thing. I'm like, don't carry me. I don't want to be
It's
carried.
one of the biggest reasons why I stopped playing with True. It'd be like, yo, the game just came out yesterday. How you level 100 already, bro? And then he gets tight, like, because they always got to pick me up. So I don't play shooters. If it's not like a single player shooter, I won't play it. But like a multiplayer first thing, Overwatch, I feel like it's just like it's too complex to get into. I feel like I've already missed that shit.
No,
Yeah.
it's good. It's still
I
a fucking
know it's
game that I
good.
play to this day.
Honestly, Blizzard should just make their own anime at this point.
They do make animated shorts for
they
the
have a comic.
characters.
No,
They have a
that's
comic.
why
Yeah, and they
that's why I'm
make
saying it. But like a full-on show where
Yeah,
like,
Overwatch has a pretty big following, like
Yeah.
some pretty loyal fans.
That's the only reason. That's my knowledge only comes from those videos.
Mhm.
I will rewatch those videos 100 times over.
Yeah.
It's like it's not on par, but it's really close to, like when you gotta go watch a Pixar movie and they show like a little animated short.
Mhm.
It's on par with that. Those
Yeah.
shorts that Pixar.
They're good. They're good. And then the storylines just keep developing, even after all these years. And now Overwatch 2 should be coming out hopefully next year, I think. Um, so we just waiting. But yeah, I'm a big Overwatch fan.
I'll probably get into it Overwatch too, but now it just seems like I'll be a detriment to
And it's
any
not
team
just
I
shooters.
don't.
Like they do have characters who are like traditional shooters, like Soldier or a
Here's
Reaper
my
or something like
issue.
that.
Here's my issue with the Overwatch community. No matter what game I play, it could be the most low budget game to the most highest AAA game. If there's a bow and arrow, I'm playing
Oh,
as
then
the bow and arrow
Hanzo.
character.
Yeah, then
But that's
Hanzo.
the thing. From the back then, the memes were like, "Oh, if you pick Hanzo, you're a tryhard." Because I guess at one
Well, I
point,
don't know, because I've tried Hanzo and I've seen people who are really good with him and they look like it's like nothing. But when I try playing as Hanzo, I'm failing so
if I'm not
hard.
mistaken, from what the issues was when Overwatch first came out, was that his ult was broken. Like it would go through walls and stuff like that.
Well, it does go through walls.
Well, you
So,
see, that's why people. And then I'm like, I'm gonna have to play as Hanzo because he
yeah,
has a
but
bow and
there
arrow.
was, I mean, yeah, they had to nuke a lot of characters since the beginning because there's just, you can play at a specific character and they just obviously have a advantage over everybody else. So there's
This is
been plenty
why.
of times that they've had to like Diva, who I used to play with a lot, like her special is like just basically like a nuclear bomb, and it'll kill you no matter if you're in that space, you're done for.
You
But
remember
now
when a
it's
lot of e-girls used to dress up as Diva?
they still do. Diva or Mercy, especially
Oh
like
man.
Overwatch female characters are so sexualized, I swear.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Most video game characters are sexualized, to be honest. I mean, what was Tomb Raider even thinking about going into a tomb with some booty shorts and a crop top?
that's why I appreciated the newer ones that came out
The new ones are
because
so good.
yes, and she just looks like an average girl. She's not. I mean, she's not wearing the booty shorts. She still has like the tank top and the tight cargo pants, but I don't know. The other ones with like the triangle boobs and
Hey, hey, those triangle boobs are the first boobs a lot of boys my age saw for the first time. They were like, hey.
like no, I vaguely remember
Let me-
watching the Angelina Jolie one, and I can't remember how sexy it was. So, remind me.
I mean, it's Angelina Jolie with a British voice. So pretty fast.
All I vaguely remember is like her with her long ass braid, her guns, these little circle sunglasses.
And to this day, even though the new Tomb Raider games are dope, if somebody's gonna dress up as Tomb Raider and Halloween is
It's that
Angelina
one.
Oh, of
Jolie.
course,
For
yeah.
sure it's that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would like to see somebody come out with the polygon boobs.
Polygon
I'd be like,
moves.
oh, I'd be like, oh, you.
Have you been to
a real
Comic
fan.
Con?
I have.
I've
3
seen
times.
close to naked people. I've seen a topless woman in Comic Con.
I got a picture I could send Alvin out with me taking a picture with a gender swap Vegeta.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. She was beautiful.
Yeah, I love watching the cosplayers and stuff like that because they really go all out.
I
like,
cosplayed
for sure.
once.
I
Just
want to
once
cosplay,
Comic-Con.
but
And you know what's funny? That first Comic Con, I went with my mom. Only because we were gonna. I promised. I was like, I don't care what we do. We're gonna see the people from The Walking Dead. This was back when Rick was still in the show.
yeah,
This was actually the season where it dropped off with the where you didn't know who Negan killed.
Oh,
yeah.
that season
So
ruined
it
my
was that
life.
season. It
That
was that
season-
season coming up.
We actually have a funny story with Comic Con and The Walking Dead because I
Bet
think
mine
our
would-
first.
I bet you mine would be yours. But
All right, hear me out. So, I think it was Alvin's. It was like my second or third time at Comic Con, and I think it was probably Alvin's first. And we went there,
Oh,
and
you popped this cherry.
right?
This Comic Con chair.
That guy must
It's
be.
very
That guy
over.
must be amazing.
It's very overwhelming though. Like once you go there, you're like, I'm home. All the
Mhm.
banners up and everything.
Yeah, you just don't feel. You feel like, damn, there's people who are here that like are into the weird shit that I used to make
Yeah,
get made fun of.
Especially being part of a Hispanic family that be like, yo, you still be watching cartoons, bro? And I'm like, yo, it's anime. Respect.
Exactly. I be hating that. Oh my God. That shit be at my job all the fucking time. You watch cartoons? I'm like, it's not a cartoon, it's an anime. And Yeah.
What I hate the most about that, I'm sorry to cut off your story. I know I tend to do that. But this is the last thing I'm gonna add. What I hate is when they end up doing a live action or whatever anime and it'd be like, yo, you ever seen this before, bro?
Oh my
Oh
God.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
My mother, she's like a Netflix person. Like she
Oh
loves
yeah.
watching shit on Netflix. So she saw the live action of Death Note.
Oh my
She had
God.
the audacity to come to me. She's like, "You should watch this. I don't know if you heard of it, but I think you'll like it." I'm like, "Mom,
The only good thing about that Death Note is
was
Willem Dafoe.
mhm.
Willem
Oh
Dafoe
yeah.
is the only good thing about that whole thing.
William Dafoe. Yeah.
Okay, continue with the comic concern. So Joker
Oh,
just popped his cherry.
yeah. So I it was his first, I think it was his first year. And we went into like, like the place where they have like, they show you the trailers and stuff like that. We were the last people on this line, and they said, we're not opening the doors after this, so you guys can stay as long as you want. Because usually between segments, they would kick people out to let other people come in. So we got there last, and they're like, we're not opening the doors after this point. So we just sat there for like half the day watching like exclusive trailers, seeing the cast to like upcoming movies and stuff like that. And some of them I recognized and some of them I didn't, but we were having fun. And then it was the last one of the night, and people were getting hyped. And it was like they showed this preview for the new season of Walking Dead. Alvin and I like, what is this show? Like, we don't even know what this show is. The whole cast
Blasphemy.
comes out. It's everybody. It's from the whole cast. Everyone's freaking out. Everybody's, look at this tattoo I got from The Walking Dead, and crying and shit. And I'm like, who are these people? And we were literally a couple of rows from the whole entire cast. And neither him or I appreciated it at all. And
Blasphemy.
we went home, and this is when I was like first pregnant. We went home and we just were doing nothing, like just like being lazy, and we started watching The Walking Dead from like beginning to like catching up. And it took like, I think it took a couple of months for us to finally catch up. But I became so obsessed with The Walking Dead, and I just keep thinking back like these people were just like a couple of feet away from me, and I didn't give a shit. Like I was just so
The
like
way the way I got into The Walking Dead is something very similar, and
mhm.
this comes to like the second episode of the podcast where me and Joker were talking about that memes have become the
Mhm.
new marketing tactic,
Mhm.
because
Oh yeah,
it
for sure.
was the season where Rick and the governor sat down and the internet exploded. They're like, why you didn't just kill him? He was right in front of you. So my at that time I had Facebook, so my Facebook is going crazy. I'm like, yo, what is this show? So I started looking into it. I'm like, it's a zombie show. I watched the first season. My mom passes by my room and she's like, what are you watching? I'm like, I'm watching this zombie show. She's like, I don't want that. I don't like that. I'm like, no, you don't understand. It's a zombie show, but it's like everything but the zombies. It's like the
Yeah.
world.
I mean,
And
at the
she,
beginning, it was very much about the zombies, but
yeah,
as the seasons went on, it's just about like how people can be scarier than these zombies.
literally what the thing is called, The Walking Dead.
Mhm.
The people walking amongst the dead.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's like, so she sat down for a season and she started watching it. Yo, we watched 3 seasons together. And she's like, okay, what's the next episode? Like, the next season starts in 3 months.
And she's like,
She's
what
like,
the
no.
fuck? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
So,
but
so we go ahead and she ends up becoming like a huge fan or whatever. And so Comic Con happens. And in Comic Con, it's our first thing. Like I said, it was that season. And we get online to go, basically what you guys are doing, where you sit
Oh,
down in the rows
perfect.
and they show a whole bunch of trailers and stuff.
mhm.
But we didn't know that once you get a thing that says, okay, the line starts at 3, you're actually supposed to be there at 12 to get online.
Yes. Yep.
oh
Yep.
yeah,
Yep. Yep.
yeah, that's a typical.
So we get there at 3, we're making the line for like a good 30 minutes. The line closes, they're like, sorry, no more space. We're like, wow, we just walked in the rain from the Javis all the way over here. Now we can't even see them. It's
Mhm.
horrible. We get lost around the building, and somehow we see a whole bunch of people lining up. And we're like, what the heck is this? So we get there, there's a barricade, whatever, leading to the street, into the building. And we're like, what the heck? So we're just standing there, whatever. and that was the exit where the stars were coming in.
Oh,
But it
nice.
was empty. Like it was just us and maybe like another 5, 6 people. Because mind you, it was raining. Everybody's still trying to get inside the main thing. No one knows what's happening. Right there, Daryl comes out. Daryl goes. That's my mom's favorite character. Like
That
she
was my
molested this man.
fave. That
She
was my
molested
fave.
him. When I tell you, she grabbed cheeks, everything, and he gave her a
I
kiss
would
in the
too,
cheek,
given the opportunity.
everything.
I would too. She
Like
did
it
it for
was
the both of
amazing.
us.
I remember I had this Negan shirt that said "Any Mini Miny Mo," and it was the graphic novel Negan holding Lucille.
Oh
And
Hmm.
yeah.
as we're leaving, we're like, okay, you got your picture with Daryl. Okay, let's go. Uh, uh, Jeffrey D. Morgan comes out,
Oh
and
my
I'm like, nah, I
God.
need a picture of
He's
Jeffrey D.
still my
Morgan.
zaddy to this day. Everything he's in,
I'm
I
like,
love.
yo, I need a picture of Jeffrey D. Morgan. I need it. So, yo, that was like my first ever like star picture with like someone really famous. So dope. He was man cool. He was like, I was like trying to reach over the barricade. He picked up the barricade, moved it out the way. He's like, come here, let's take a picture.
Oh, he's so sweet.
That's good.
So
I
cool.
always hear
So
that he's
cool.
like such a cool guy.
Yeah.
He's real cool.
There's some guys that are some stars that are cool, some that aren't. You know. I remember.
We saw Michonne,
Michonne.
we saw a couple of other people, but it was just like Daryl and
Dude,
Negan. It was like, oh
we
my
saw
god.
that whole cast. Oh my God. And I was just go back and I'm like, damn, if I knew who they were at that moment, I would have lost my shit. Like my sister, like our last 2 years of going to Comic-Con were her first years of going. And she always got super lucky and I just hate her for it.
Yeah.
Because like situations like you saw the cast leaving, like something similar happened. Like her first year, she really wanted to go because she's like a huge Steven Universe fan.
Oh, my brother, he loves Rebecca Sugar.
Yeah,
Loves her.
so Rebecca Sugar was actually coming to Comic Con, which was like her first time ever doing this. And she was like, if I need to see Rebecca Sugar, like, oh my God, let's go. We got there because the thing opens at 8, but like like you said, like you have to be there hours prior. So the room was opening at 8 to get inside, but we got there like maybe 2 a.m. and there was already people already waiting outside.
I believe it. I
Yeah.
believe it.
And we literally I got so tired, so like I'm like, what are we doing? We've been on this line for like 6 hours. And they finally let us in, but we get to like the front row. And the first segment was like for Adventure Time because I think this no, not
Oh,
Adventure Time.
eventually, yo,
No, Rick and Morty. I'm thinking Rick and Morty. Oh,
regular
what's the
show.
Regular show.
yeah, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Because you know what's crazy? And yo, don't even quote me on this because I don't know if this is one of those false things that they said. But I heard the artist from Rick and Morty, Rebecca Sugar, Adventure Time, regular show, and what's that show from Disney Channel that everybody liked
Gravity
too?
Gravity
Falls.
Falls.
Gravity Falls. I heard
Yeah.
they were all like in the same art institute,
Yeah,
like the
Mhm.
same
they were
class
all
and everything.
friends. They were all friends.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
A quick Easter
Unbelievable.
egg. A quick Easter egg. There's
There's a lot of Easter
yeah, a
eggs
lot
in
of
a
Easter
lot of
eggs,
them.
but a
Yeah.
real quick one. Gravity Falls. There's one of the episodes like towards like not towards the end, like one of the last seasons. They like their Grunkle Stan and shit. He throws like a cup. He throws a cup, a notepad, and a pen through a portal.
Oh, and this is the Rick and Morty.
And then
Easter egg, right?
Rick and Morty, a portal opens up. Here comes the pen, the notepad, and the cup. I'm like, what
Amazing,
the fuck?
amazing.
Like they're all friends and shit. Like all of them like actually like work together.
Yo,
We're
it's
working
crazy.
together.
And they I think they usually do Easter eggs in a couple episodes of the classroom number that they were in as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Pixar does something similar
Yeah.
like that
Pixar
too.
does that.
Yeah, Pixar, yeah.
A113. That's the classroom for them.
It's crazy. Crazy how that whole entire class just, successful. Like, imagine being that one person whose cartoon didn't get picked up by no.
But I'm pretty sure somebody took them under wing, like, listen, you didn't get it this time, but work with me. Keep gaining
Yeah,
that
because if I'm
experience.
not
Keep
mistaken, even
mingling
though
with other people.
Even though Rebecca Sugar had her own show with Steven Universe, I think she did most of the music for like Adventure Time and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah. She's very talented.
she is,
So
and
Yeah,
I heard
very
she's a
talented.
sweetheart too.
yeah, so like the first, like I said, the first segment was for the regular show because I think their show was just ending. But everybody in this room was not there for the regular show. They were there for Steven Universe. So once they left and they started announcing, like, it was Rebecca Sugar, it was the voice actresses to a lot of the characters, and and I'm like, I'm pretty pissed at this time. I'm like, I'm not even into this show, and I waited like 6+ hours on this line for what? But when Rebecca Sugar and the cast and everybody came out, my sister started tearing up, and I was like, okay,
This is
I
worth it.
I'll let you
It's
have
worth
this.
it.
And the cast was right there, and before they left, we snuck some pictures with some of the cast members that she has on her wall, like, to this day in her room. um then she was also into this show called Ruby,
Oh yeah,
RWBY.
yeah, Ruby.
um and she met cast members there. She got signatures on like figures from them. We were going to one of those things where they just talk, like the cast talks in front of you and you can do like questions and answers. So it was at the Madison Square Garden. It was going to be inside there. But Madison Square Garden takes up a whole fucking block or a
Yep.
Yeah,
couple of blocks.
yeah.
And so we were unsure which entrance to come in. So we were on one side of Madison Square Garden, and then the guard was like, "Oh no, you got to go to the whole other side."
I think that was where the Walking Dead people were going, and so
Yeah.
that's how we got lost.
Yes, so I
Going
that's why I'm
into
saying
that's
it's
how we
similar
got
because so
lost.
we're like,
Yeah,
fuck,
so
and my
I
sister's
said-
stressing. She's like, we're gonna miss it. They're gonna close the doors on us. So we're like rushing, going to the other side of Madison Square Garden, and then she pauses and grabs my arm, and I'm like, what happened? And she looks ahead and she's like pointing at these group of women, and I'm like, who's that? She's like, that's the cast. I'm like,
That's the
Yep.
cast.
and I'm like, say hi, oh my god. And she's like, no, I can't say hi. I'm like, what are you doing? So I don't know them, so I don't give a fuck. So I'm like, oh my god, hi. And they're like, oh hi. And they all like pat us on our arms as they're passing, because I'm guessing they're also rushing too.
Yeah.
And she was just like, did that just happen? I'm like, yes, bitch, it's Comic-Con. Anything can happen.
That's the thing. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen in Comic-Con.
Oh wow.
I met the creator of The Walking Dead.
Hmm.
I met the guys from Impractical Jokers. I actually talked to the guy from The Walking Dead. He makes it very apparent that he fucking hates The Walking Dead.
Wait, who is it?
Anything can happen. Robert Kirkman, if I think that's
Yeah, yeah,
Who
yeah.
does he
yeah.
play?
Robert
Who does he
Kirkman. No,
play?
he's the creator.
No, he's the writer.
He's the
created
writer.
Oh, he's like, I hate this shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, he created the graphic novel that AMC picked up and became the show.
Mhm.
No, because you know what? Because people are like, oh, The Walking Dead is still going on to this day. I've stopped watching after Glenn gets killed.
The comic
Spoiler.
ended, I think, like a year ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're still dragging on, and now they're planning to make a movie that's gonna be in like theaters
Yeah,
about like
yeah.
where
Yeah.
Rick went.
Yeah.
And I'm like, y'all should just let this shit go.
Yeah, no, and he's mad because they're taking the show and they're not following the source material.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and then, you know,
And then people are hating the show, so
Yeah,
then they start
exactly.
associating his graphic
Yes.
novel with
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's not
as
even
well.
that. It's not even that. He has a lot of different projects. This was his least favorite one. From what he said in that interview that we were sitting, it was an interview for Twitch. Shout out to Twitch. He was like, I decided to go with something that was popular, which was zombies, and that's the only project that blew up. Nobody wants to pick up his other stuff. His magnum opus is actually like this future apocalyptic, like cowboy bebop type comic. That's his magnum opus.
Yeah, but that's
The
that, you
Walking
know,
Dead
you
was
gotta
like-
make what sells, and that happens
Yeah.
all the time. Like when
Yeah,
Twilight was popular, all these vampire shows, books, all these things were coming out. There's vampires. When the Hunger Games happened, all these dystopian, futuristic, so scary shit starts happening in books, movies, TV shows. You gotta make then that's what sucks, because artists sometimes they're just compensating to get that
Yeah.
success, to get their name out there, and doing stuff that they don't even actually enjoy.
Yeah, like the whole segment was The Walking Dead, and he was talking about his new thing, which honestly sounds amazing. I think I have like a little preview book somewhere in one of these boxes over here of like what his magnum opus was gonna be. It's like, yo, it's literally like Cowboy Bebop. It's literally Cowboy Bebop, and like, it's crazy. It's a different concept that no one's ever heard of, and it's like, yo, and then anytime anybody sees me, it's like, oh, Walking Dead. So it sucks because it's like, I feel like, and this happens with actors too, where they get typecast. It's like, okay, you're only known as the comedic relief in every movie, so that's what you're gonna be. Like, he's gonna forever be known as The Walking Dead. I feel like Robert Pattinson is trying to get out of that wheelhouse too, because no matter what, he's always gonna be Edward.
Yeah,
He's always gonna be
I mean, I don't know. It wasn't that way for me, but you know who I cannot see in any other movie? Like the cast of Harry Potter. To me, they only exist in that world.
Daniel Radcliffe will always be Harry Potter.
Yeah, like I've seen his other movies.
Robert Pattinson was in that world too, and it's still like, nope, you're Edward.
Well,
You're
he was
Edward
only
Cullen.
there for one movie, but
he was Cedric Diggory. You know, he was like,
no, but
God.
when I, I'm like a nerd, so I was into Twilight, I was into Harry Potter, and I
still haven't finished reading the last book of Twilight, but the one that came out, I still have it right there on my bookshelf.
Midnight Sun?
Yes.
Dude, let's talk about this. Sorry, book segue.
We're supposed to be talking about our names right now.
We're not even talking about. We can just talk
Technically,
about.
these are your names. Technically, these are your
get
names.
Yeah, these are the people I simp for. So.
Hey! You can't say that on Twitch.
Why?
That's the kind of word that gets you banned.
Oh shoot!
Look at
Sorry.
this.
Let's talk about this.
Okay, I was a Twilight.
Book club.
Book club. Get your snacks.
Hey, that'd be an interesting topic.
So, I was a big Twihard, like one of those scary girls. Like one time, I even this is embarrassing. Why am I? I had on my computer. I had a wallpaper of like the first Twilight poster, like the one where like Edward is like kind of hugging Bella and the background is black and everything.
And he's looking to the side.
Yeah. And she's like looking all innocent. So you know what I did? I edited my face onto Kristen Stewart and said,
"Oh, Joker, Joker."
It's all right.
And I'm sorry. I'm 16, guys. Forgive me. But I just was crazy, and I would read those books. I would analyze everything. I was on forums just for Twilight. Like, oh my god, it was bad. But where was I? This Midnight Sun.
I read Twilight. I read Twilight for a girl, right? I was like, oh, she's really into Twilight. You gotta invest yourself.
I feel like everybody has like a girl was really into Twilight story. Like I think everybody
when I read
has
I read that first book, I was like, Stephanie Meyer, she's onto something.
No,
she's onto something because I read that book in a day.
Hold on, let me tell you. Yeah, me too. When I was a teenager, I binged that shit. And these books, and I was a reader, but nothing like too serious. And Breaking Dawn, that shit's like almost 1,000 pages. But I burned through these books, and I really, if anything, the most thing I'm grateful for them is they got me even more into reading, because I would finish it. I'm like, I need more shit like this. Like, I didn't know books were this
exactly
good.
what I was gonna say. Like, I had sagas of books. Like, I had all the Harry Potter books. Mm-hmm. I had all the Hunger Game books. But the first book that got me into, like, oh, you know what? They talked about this in the first book, and now I'm seeing it here in the third book. It was Twilight. It was the Twilight Saga.
It was good. But
I remember the Thursday midnight premiere for New Moon in the movie theaters. I never so many numbers because I walked in. And
only thing I went to midnight premiere for was in my whole life. Only two things that I've been to, and I will always go to midnight premieres, was Harry Potter movies. I've been to midnight premieres, and the Marvel movies. We've been to some midnight premieres.
I only did Twilight. I did one for the Hunger Games. And all the
Marvel, I did Hunger Games too. Yes, Hunger Games was also
I was with my cousin. He had just come from DR. I was like, you want to go get some girls? I'm going to tell you where we're going to go get some girls.
We go into the all these girls are emotional. New Moon is like the saddest book out of... New Moon is the saddest one.
Listen to how I bagged
Ella legit goes on a depression.
Into the movie theater. It's packed. This is way before people started doing reserved seats.
Yeah.
So like, yo, there was people sitting on the floor. Like no one was gonna miss
The
that midnight
ghetto.
release just because they decided to sell more tickets than they should have.
Mm-hmm.
So I walk in and the first thing I say is, "Yo, Team Jacob," and you hear a whole bunch of girls go, "Ah!"
Or that first scene where Jacob takes
Yeah.
off his shirt and all of us just kind of squirm in our seats like, what's that? You know?
In the rain, in the rain,
In the
in the
rain.
rain.
In the
Yeah,
rain. He's like, Bella, I'm not good for you. I'm like, but why do you look so good? Like,
it's
Now,
like it's raining
you
on the
wanna hear
screen and in my
something
pants.
funny? You want to hear something funny? I can't stand the movies now. I
no,
showed
that's what I'm
one
saying.
movie.
That's what I'm saying. No. Listen to me. Listen to me. So Midnight Sun was announced. I spazzed. I never wrote the leaked chapters on her website because I was like, that's disrespectful. So I never did.
That's sus.
Yeah. So I was like, I gotta respect.
This is serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I never read them, and then she was like, I'm finally done. It's this fucking long. And I was like, I'm ready. So I followed like a couple of booktubers, and they were like, everybody's like, we for like this month we're going to like reread the Twilight Saga. So I was like, I'm ready.
I did that. I'm not gonna lie, I did that.
So I read only the first one, just Twilight, because I'm a mom now, so shit's hard. Can't just sit all day reading. So I read Twilight, and I would stop at some parts. I'm like, what shit did I think this was fucking cute? Because
I
this
know,
is not
I know.
fucking cute.
You're like, yo, this relationship's a little bit too toxic.
Yeah, right?
This, I'm like, I was like, girl, I was like, and then there was a lot of sketchy scenarios that I didn't realize when I was 16. Because
The
at
most
16, I was
sketchy
like, this
thing
is so romantic. I
the
thought this was
most-
the height, like, of
The
romance.
most sketchy thing is that this dude is like 117 years old,
Yes.
trying to date this 16-year-old.
Yes. And people are just okay with that. And I'm like, technically, like, well, no, he's 17. He's stuck at 17. I'm like, he's lived over 100 years. Do you know the shit
Yeah.
he must have seen and been through that you think he still has the mentality of a 17-year-old? Like, come on. Really?
I
Really?
can't stand them.
Nobody in Forks is suspicious of these kids.
No.
Like, there's a lot
Why?
of things that I'm just like, And then the way they just become obsessed with each other. He's like, I'm not good for you.
They're
And she's
supposed
like,
to be siblings, but I'm pretty sure 4 of them are fucking each other. What's going
yeah,
on?
and they know because they know. Yeah, like it's known that they're all step siblings, but only like half of them, like Jacob. No, what's his name? Jasper and Rosalie are like related by blood, while like Edward, Emmett, and Alice were related
And
by
then, if
blood.
I'm not mistaken, Jasper also has like this Western accent.
Oh,
but none
he
of them
was a
have-
Confederate soldier. Did
Yeah,
you know?
so
Did we
it's-
ever?
yeah.
We didn't catch up to that shit. And
yeah, no, yeah, and it's
I was
like,
and that's why I stopped reading. Like after Twilight, I was like, if I keep reading this, it might make me not like it. So I'm like, I'd rather just keep what I thought about it in high school
it's
and just
very
live on with
geared.
that.
Might
It's
not
very
like
geared
it.
for teenagers.
Oh my god!
But
and
nah,
then,
I can't stand the movies no more. I showed 2 movies to my mom. When I tell you, you know how Hispanic parents, you'll wake up on a Sunday and you'll hear music and you're like, fuck, it's time to clean.
Yeah.
Yo, I wake up to Edward's Bella's Lullaby every Sunday because she's watching the whole saga over again.
I
Damn.
could
Not
not.
one movie, the whole saga.
The day, you know how dumb I was? Like when those movies came out on DVD, I was like there when Best Buy opened just because I was like, what if they
DVD,
sell out?
DVD. The worst thing they did was Netflix put the whole saga.
No, it's not on Netflix. It's on Hulu now.
No, it's on Hulu now. Well, it was on Netflix.
I
And
think
then
it
I
was
got
on
a
Netflix
flash.
for a moment, and then like they switched
Yeah.
to Hulu.
For those of us
That
joining
moment,
on
I think
stereo,
they took it off just
we're
because
live on Twitch. You should jump on Twitch. That way you can hear the whole conversation.
They're just hearing one side of me
Yeah,
screaming
that's
about
good.
Twilight.
Like
That's
who's
it.
yelling about Twilight too? He's going on a whole ass rant about Twilight.
Yo, to this day, yo, I wouldn't be surprised if right now I'd like go up to my mom's room and it's like Bella's Lullaby again. I'm like, really?
No, I don't like her lullaby doesn't get me. I like Claire de Lune, that the other like classical song there is in there. But
Is
like
that the one that they
those
use for transitions in the
is
movie?
it?
Or is it Bella's Lullaby? Whichever piano riff they use for transitions, every time they show fucking This
No,
snowy
I
ass,
think
rainy ass state.
no, Claire. I think that was Bella's Lullaby. Claire de Lune is an actual like. I think they did Bella's Lullaby for that movie, like it's original. But Claire de Lune is like they referenced it in the Twilight book, so I listened to it, and I'm like, this song is really soothing. But like the whole Twilight. Let's talk about the Twilight soundtrack, though. That soundtrack was good.
Completely off topic of what we're talking about today. This
I
is
mean,
a
let's
Christmas
move on to
special.
Marvel trailers.
Yo, we went completely left with this.
What a
The
Christmas
last thing I
special.
can add, the last thing I can add about Twilight, so we can move on from this, was those first few chapters from Midnight Sun are fucking heavy. Like this
Bro,
is
depressing.
it's nonstop. I want to
Midnight
kill
Sun
this
is
bitch.
Midnight Sun is so fucking depressing, and I'm just like I didn't realize how much he has
Yo, Joker.
self-loathing, and he's like
What?
she's probably disgusted by me.
If you don't know, so Midnight Sun is basically a whole book on his perspective of everything
I
that's
know.
happened.
I know.
So, bro, this whole
I
time
was
you're reading
carrying it
Twilight,
around,
you're
and people are
seeing-
like, "Why are you carrying around a Bible?" Like, no, this is Twilight.
Yo, Twilight this whole entire time, is this girl falling in love with this guy, whatever. Yo, the first few chapters of his perspective is, I want to kill this bitch.
Yo,
I want to
Yeah,
kill her.
that's a problem.
I'm going to risk it all just to kill her.
Yo, and then oh my, he's
He's like,
basically
yo.
in torture the whole. And I knew it. She was like, "Oh, I like your blood, your scent is so specific to me, like it's irresistible." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." He's like, "Yeah, you're like my brand of heroin." I'm like, "That's cute."
Brand of
like-
heroin.
To actually read through his mind that he's like in pain every time she moves. Her breath is painful, and he in great fucking detail. Like there'll be 5 pages of him being like and then like he's so observant too. I hate that shit because he's like she'll blink and he'd be like, "Wow, beautiful goddess of the sun blinks," and like I'm like, relax, man.
You know what really ate at him? And you know what really is the fact that he couldn't read her mind.
No, that's what
That was
that's
the
like. Here's my
biggest-
conspiracy theory. Because after reading Twilight again at the age of 28 and starting Midnight Sun and like having to like put it down because I was getting depressed. Here's my theory.
Wow.
I think the only reason why he got interested in Bella was just because he couldn't read his mind and it was killing him because he could read everybody else's
Because
mind and he didn't
Consistently
read.
knowing what everybody's about and how
That's
they
the
act.
only reason why he talked to her. The only reason why he gave her a chance, and because he didn't even like this girl from the beginning, but then he started liking her, and it was only because he actually took his time to actually get to know somebody. I have a feeling that if he actually got to know some people before, he would have been with
Oh,
somebody.
he would have
else.
never been a 117-year-old virgin. Definitely.
No, definitely not. And it was just because of that. Because she's like, "What the fuck is this bitch thinking? I need to talk to her." And then he becomes like obsessed with her, like he's her little pet. I'm just like, nah. I'm like, I had to put it
That's
down, and I
wild.
was like, you know, I can't do this no more. I respect it. My Midnight Sun copy is signed by Stephanie Meyer. I love you, Stephanie. Yes, be
I
jealous.
got mine off of Amazon. I don't think it's signed.
I got mine off of Target, and it is signed by Stephanie Meyer. I smelled it. It smelled like Sharpie, so it's real.
It smelled like Sharpie.
That's how you know when your signatures are real. Like, I can still smell the Sharpie.
She's like, she wrote on this.
She
That's-
touched this
That's
page.
when you know it's real.
And if I touch it too, I will also be a good writer.
So, mains. Which was supposed to be the topic of it.
Let's just move on to Marvel trailers because I don't even know.
Poor Joker. This is his podcast. He has said maybe 10 words.
Yeah, that's it. That's all.
He's like, oh, Edward, really? Okay. Well, now you know who you need
And
to
the only reason why he
roleplay
knows
as.
is because of me.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why. I
Now you know
He's a
who
buddy.
you need to roleplay
Because I
as.
got my Twilight merch in our bedroom, and he sees that shit every
I'm
day.
like,
There you go, man. Late at night, you just gotta scooch over and you just gotta tell her,
It's all right.
you know what I am? Say it.
I'm all
I'm a
about.
killer. This is the skin of a killer, Bella.
I'm all about. I'm team. What is it? Jacob, right? For
Actually, I'm Team Jacob too. But then I heard that in New Moon it becomes Eclipse.
I was Team Jacob when I was young, and then when I,
I
see
was
this,
so
it's
Team Jacob. Let me tell you
Jacob
something.
is
It all
just a dude
started.
who just can't take no for an answer.
Yes, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. So I knew about Taylor Lautner from Shark Boy and Lava Girl because me and my sisters were obsessed with that movie when it came out, and I think it was because Taylor Lautner was just a cute kid, and we were like the same age. So I was like, I can actually have a chance.
You
with
from
this
the
boy.
back.
Yeah,
So
right.
you give it to me that way.
So when he went on Twilight, the first movie, like you only see him like for a glimpse here and there, and I was like, still I appreciate it because I'm like, oh look, it's Shark Boy.
It's Shark Boy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly
Shark
what I
Boy,
said.
When
yay.
New Moon came out and he just suddenly hit like 10 years of puberty in like between one movie, I was like,
And yep,
whoa,
Yeah.
that was every girl's first
whoa.
like muscle.
But like
Muscle.
but
Have
even
you
in
seen
the
him
books,
now? He looks like a dad.
yo, yeah, he peaked during Twilight, definitely.
Yeah, it's like crazy.
But
He
like
looks like a Dominican
even
father. I'm not even
no,
lying.
but like reading
Well,
the saga before the
hold
movies
on,
came out.
real quick for our listeners. Next week will be the Christmas special. Apparently, this is all about.
La 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 la.
Yeah.
Actually,
About,
I don't think so. I don't think so. What date is next week?
nah, we're not doing
Friday is
anything next
legit
week.
Christmas.
Yeah, we're not doing anything next
Yeah,
week. We're gonna be on
I'll
vacation.
be. Yeah, I'll be in DR on the 26th.
I'm gonna send you the promotional card. So don't worry about
Yes,
it.
please. I'm sorry. It's just yo. You can't talk. You can't yo. Once you meet somebody else who talks about Twilight, you can't talk about
Yes,
nothing
and
else but
they don't
Twilight.
make fun of you about it. Oh, it's on. It's just there's a
You can't.
connection that we have. You just can't.
You can't, man. You can't.
Sorry, but because I'm very sure that you was ashamed of watching Twilight. You didn't want to be so open about it.
No, what? I was extremely open. What? I used to walk around with the book and everything. I didn't
Oh
care.
yeah, I would read the book in class, and I had my
I
book taken
did
away,
not
and I
care.
was like, bitch.
I would jump into conversation in high school, and these girls would be looking at me like, "You sure? You
But
straight?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm
I feel
straight."
like 50% of sure you like Twilight because it got you girls.
No, honestly,
I
that was the
mean,
that
Like,
was the
don't you
goal.
think I look like Jacob?
That was the goal. That was the goal. But then I ended up really liking it, and then Marvel started this trend, like we were talking about, where it was just like connected movies in a way where it just wasn't sequels.
Hmm.
Like, oh, hey, there's a sequel to this. No, it was like actually, they made their own universe, and that's what I liked about Twilight. It was like, oh, okay, this is kind of like
Hmm.
their own little universe. New
Hmm.
Moon didn't feel like a sequel. It felt like a continuation to the story.
Yeah, but I read the books when the first movie was coming out, and then so I guess when I was reading New Moon, I pictured Taylor Lautner. It could have been the reason why, but I just remember
Oh no,
like
yeah, that's something I really hate.
I fell in love with Jacob Black. And when Bella was just like kind of leading him on when she knew she was gonna jump right back to Edward, I was like, you bitch. And it made me hate her because I'm like, you really led this boy on. You hurt his
Yeah,
feelings.
but
He was there
how
still,
for
but
dare
you.
still,
you? How dare
but
you?
But
still, at
then,
the end of it all, Jacob Black, he was a simp, bro. He was a
oh,
simp.
You can't
Steven
say
No
watches
that.
worries
You
Twilight
here.
can't say
too.
that on Twitch. You can't say that on Twitch.
Steven, Team Edward, Team Jacob. Write it in the chat, please.
Oh, look at
I'm
him.
telling you, like, yo, he just, yo, like, okay, I'm with my boyfriend. Oh yeah, but when we gonna get together?
I
It
know.
was,
I
yo,
really
after a
felt like
while, it got annoying.
In Twilight, no, in Twilight, she really used him for emotional support because she was missing deep for Edward, and she used him in his kindness because she knew that he liked her, and she used him, like she just kind of just like as a
As a
placeholder.
little rebound.
Yeah, like and then when Edward comes back and he's like, and even towards Eclipse, she fucking kisses him in
I
Eclipse
know,
too,
I know.
and just so he doesn't go kill himself or whatever. Like, calm down. Like, I don't know. That girl was messy, but
I mean, her first relationship was with a fucking, yo. It was just,
like,
yo. It was
and
the most
let's be
toxic.
honest with Jacob. Like, she could have lived a pretty normal life with that boy. They would have aged together. She wouldn't have to die. They could have babies. Everything would have been fine. With Edward, that's a headache and a half. I don't know. I feel like she had more chemistry with Jacob, and I stand by that. And I feel like if Edward never existed, she would have been with Jacob. And that's that.
That punch that she does in the movie is hilarious, though.
Oh, yeah. No, but that's the scene in Eclipse where he forcefully kisses her. This is why people were like, if you were Team Jacob when you were a teen, you won't be if you reread it as an adult, because apparently
I
that
agree with
scene in
that.
the books, he kind of forcefully kisses her. And the description that Bella gives is like, um,
I'm sorry. Look at the chat on the YouTube. Look at what Steven said. This guy.
You're gonna have to say it to me because I'm on my
Yeah.
phone on everything.
Hold on. No, Steven's like, for what they were, I feel like Bella is what Suki is for True Blood. Bella needed to go.
Right. Oh my God, True Blood. I little.
And a Grim Raccoon is like Team Jacob, and I'm like, hell
yes.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't think so no more. I used to be Team Jacob all
No,
the way
yeah,
to
but
this day.
let me go back. So that scene where he forcefully kisses her, in the book, the description is like, I couldn't push him off me because obviously he's way stronger than I am. He's not letting go. He's just having his way with me. So she in her mind just kind of goes blank and waits for it to be over, which is like,
rape?
What?
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry.
No, that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
is assault.
And I was like, was that what's written? And I just read that shit at 16. I'm like, yeah, that's
you were like, yeah, that's sexy.
That's hot. Like, and that's why I'm just like, so that's why I'm like, I love Twilight, but I don't think I could reread it like I could reread Harry Potter or like the Hunger Games and stuff. I just can't.
Yeah.
Twilight is very problematic.
It is. Talking about toxic relationships.
Who's your main character in your game?
I had a great transition coming up.
All right, rewind.
Yeah. I had it.
Right,
like when you're trying to make a shot and just like that
someone
that
just
real
smacks it out the air.
That real tall kid who's tall for no reason just comes in.
We get it. You have a complex.
No, I have a podcast I'm trying to do. That's what's going on. Go ahead.
I was going to say it. Talking about toxic relationships, have you seen the trailer to the WandaVision? The latest, the basically the last trailer before the show.
Can I be honest? Like, I haven't. I don't think I have. I mean, I know the concept of it, and I know that she's. Is it true that this show's gonna kind of all be in Wanda's like mind?
Yeah.
Right?
Then the comics it takes place in her psyche.
Mm-hmm.
But it's for good reason.
Yes,
it's for what's leading up to it. Joker, we have the same.
Is it their child? Is it the one with their child?
No,
if I'm not mistaken, she has twins, right?
Yeah, she has twins. I forgot their names.
And you think that's gonna be the big villain for the next?
No, you don't even know, bro. You don't even know.
The twins were actually like conjured in her psyche,
like Vision,
and then
as well.
She turned them into like actual people. So like they actually exist now. Well,
and they wreak havoc. But is that for the next like? What do they call the breaks in the Marvel movies? I forget what they call how they
the
talk
what
about
is?
it. No,
it's not even that. It's not even. You're way off. You wouldn't even know what she's capable of, bro. Like,
I know that. Like, don't they say that like Wanda's like one of the strongest Avengers?
Yeah, she is not Avenger. She's just one of the strongest mutants ever, and she's like number 2. Number 1 is Professor X's son. Like, he like thinks it, and it's happening. That's it. Like
she has that same type of level, but hers is conjuring and then it happens.
Yeah.
Whereas him, it's just like I don't know.
It happens in a blink of an eye. This is what it is. Like that's it. She's thinking about it. She has to make it, and you can stop her as she's making it. But you have to be like that strong or that influential in her life for you to stop anything.
So basically, this is. I spoke about it, and for anybody who just wants to know what's going to happen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's based. If you read the story, House of M is going to be that, but reverse.
Oh yeah,
I'm calling it now.
Yeah, you think so?
I know so, bro. I know so. There's how else would they bring mutants into the Marvel Universe?
I mean, yeah. But you also have this thing too. You have Doctor Strange in his multiverse.
No, they're using Doctor Strange to. They're using him for something completely else. They're using Spider-Man for the Fantastic Four, and they're going to use Wanda for the mutants. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she's going to conjure up the mutants and shit. Yep.
You get what I'm saying now? Reverse House of M?
Yep, okay, I got it now. Yep, definitely. I can see that now. Yep.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yep. Yeah, because the twins, they're mutants. Yeah, they end up being mutant. Okay, yeah, that works out. That definitely works out.
She's a mutant.
Yeah.
So, should we say spoilers? I mean, House of M has been out for a while, bro.
Yeah, if you haven't read it,
and at this point, it's more like a guess.
Yeah, pretty much
of what's gonna happen.
Pretty much.
So, Bunny, House of M is basically everything you're kind of seeing in WandaVision. You know, Vision is dead, but she's living this fantasy where they're together, they have kids, and is it the X-Men, or is it like everybody in the Marvel that's trying to like snap her out of it, right?
Whoever House of M had, minus like 2 or 3 characters, and I think they might end up introducing like other characters like
Yeah.
that.
I think it'll be the new Avengers that is gonna try to snap her out, like Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Them, yeah, they're gonna try to snap her out of it, and she's basically is gonna break her psyche.
I saw
a
this
way
girl
where-
in there. What's her name? The other Captain Marvel, her friend.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna be in there too. She was in it in the trailer that I saw.
Yeah,
So,
I can't wait, bro. I
Yeah,
can't wait.
neither can I. Like I'm not big on Marvel, but I love watching the movies. I love watching
Yeah.
the shows. You
Yeah.
know, like they're really entertaining. Like
I could read DC comics
You know?
for days, but
Yeah,
Marvel
yeah,
movies,
same here.
they're on point.
And I only see the DC animated stuff because they're actually pretty good and it's close to the source
They are.
material.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Other than that, the movies, I'm like,
that's
it was
why I've
kind of
always said
interesting.
with DC, bro, they could just take panel for panel and just recreate it, and there's your movie.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't understand why they
Yeah,
have to
I
break
wonder
off
why.
into
It seems
these-
like they do a whole different formula when they do the live action movies.
It's like they don't know how
Because
to
I'm
write
like,
these
to make
characters
that
that are already
animated
written.
movie, like, just make it live action, like panel, like you said, panel for panel.
Yeah,
Because there's a lot of like the DC animated movies, like the Flashpoint movie and stuff like that. Like,
Flashpoint, man.
yeah, that was a good
Like-
one.
I know if this Wonder Woman movie comes out great, I know for a fact we're gonna get Flashpoint.
I heard it wasn't good.
oh no, I was just about to
Then,
say, like,
yeah,
I love
they're
the
gonna
first
drop it.
one. I think the first Wonder Woman movie wasn't that like the highest grossing one,
Yeah,
Yeah,
or right? Like,
yeah, because it was really
and
good.
yeah, it was really good. And
It was
I'm
really
like,
good,
whatever
very
you guys did
empowering.
here, like, do for the rest of them.
yeah. No, I heard it was bad. The 1987. Yeah, 87. Wonder Woman 87.
It comes out on Christmas on HBO Max if you guys have it.
And the theaters, right? I think.
Well, I think it's
And I
already out
was
in theaters
really-
now, no?
No.
I was really, really looking forward to Flashpoint. Flashpoint is such an amazing story.
I think that one is supposed to be for next year.
Yeah, but if Wonder Woman didn't do good, they're gonna reboot the whole
Yeah,
series.
they're gonna redo
Because
the
I
whole
don't
thing.
think Edward. You see, we're already. I'm telling you,
Twilight is everywhere.
he's known as
It's in your
Edward now.
mind.
Robert Pattinson's Batman, with the story that they're
I
using,
don't
is
like
way
the
too
way that
predictable. It's
looks.
not
No,
enough.
but he's gonna
It
be like a
looks good.
standalone thing.
No,
It-
it does not look good to me.
No,
And I know
trust
it's supposed to be like his earlier years as
Yeah,
Batman.
Bunny,
year one.
Bunny, the story that they're using is one of the tops. That's another problem with DC movies. They use, like, they take these writers and these directors that have never read a comic, and then when they do go for the comics, they read like the top comics that you could ever get. Like for Batman, they go to the Dark Knight. They go to Year One.
Yep.
They take the what was it, the something Halloween,
Oh, the Long
the
Halloween.
last Halloween, the Long Halloween, which is basically this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, you know what's going to happen. There's only a few things that you could use to kind of like keep people on their toes, but you know what's going to happen. But I like it because the last Halloween is more of a detective noir than it is like this action-packed.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So
This
that's
is-
what this one is going to be, right?
Yeah, the one
Yeah,
with Robert
it's-
Pattinson
it's
in it. It's
def-
gonna be the Long Halloween.
Last Halloween.
It's
Yeah,
based
Long
off the
Halloween.
Long Halloween.
You could tell already. And the inclusion of Catwoman,
Yep.
it's
Oh, Zoe
that's-
Kravitz, Chef's Kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zoe Kravitz in the Catwoman suit. Yeah, that's
It
nice.
looks like she was meant to do it. Like, I
Mhm.
don't know.
I don't know. I think it can hold if they keep a lot of the Bruce Wayne stuff out of it. I don't think he makes a good Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, when I see him, I don't see Bruce Wayne in the costume.
But I
he
can
just looks so
see him.
skinny. I don't know.
When
I
I
wish
see
he
him,
buffed up or
I
something.
see him as a bat.
Like, I had the same reaction
See
with
him
the
as a
Shazam.
vampire.
Yeah.
Like, who plays Shazam? Zachary Levi or some shit like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
He looks terrible.
Yeah,
But he was so good in it. He was
Yeah.
No,
so
he was
good in
not.
it.
He
No,
looked
no.
like a
Yes,
skinny
he
guy in a
was.
muscle
No,
suit. It looks
get
stupid.
out.
The
Outta here.
problem is
But
the
that's the
Shazam.
point of it.
Shazam
That's
is
the
legit.
Oh, I wanted, like, like, let me
Nah.
well, let me clarify. When growing up, I used to watch Justice League Unlimited and a lot of the animation for DC stuff. So to me, Shazam is like this big, brolic, goofy guy.
Okay,
But
but
Zachary Levi looked like a skinny guy in a muscle suit, and I couldn't
but
take.
let me.
The movie
Okay,
was
but
good.
let me say
I
this.
hated it.
Shazam is basically a small kid in a grown man's superhero body, right?
Yeah.
How can you make that into live action?
Yeah.
But how can you do that into
find
live
a grown
action?
ass buff man that looks similar
And put him
to
in a muscle suit.
That's the thing. Zachary Levi and the kid don't even look the same at all.
Well, it's a completely different.
Yeah.
Supposedly,
no, you're making excuses.
Right now, the only buff, the only buff mountain out there is The Rock. Right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he's playing the perfect part. He's playing Black Adam, and that's like legit perfect.
So imagine Zachary Levi going against fucking The Rock.
Yeah, but that's
honestly
the thing. Black Adam.
I feel like he did an amazing job. He did an amazing job.
I didn't find it even like his humor, like it wasn't funny the way he hit things, and it was just like
because it was not our humor.
You know who made you know who
That
laughed?
was not our humor. That was completely Gen Z.
You know
humor.
who made me laugh the most? The kid, like his little roommate in the house.
The one
he carried the movie too.
Yeah.
Oh, that kid makes me laugh. That kid is so talented.
Bro.
Yeah.
For the first time in I think forever, we actually saw like a foster family where it wasn't like the father was abusive or they were just in it for the money.
Yeah,
like,
they were just wholesome people.
Yeah, so that was real dope to see.
Mm-hmm.
But he was amazing for the role. He fell perfectly into the role.
I don't like him. I don't agree
If
with you.
it was me, I would have made him John Cena. John Cena could have been Shazam.
Yes. Yeah. And he looks like the kid.
But now that John Cena's apparently Dominic Toretto's brother that we've never heard of in the new Fast and Furious movie.
Who?
Yeah.
Fast and Furious is still a thing?
Yeah, that's still
Fast
a thing.
and Furious is still a thing. Cardi B's supposed to be in it in the next one.
Oh,
of course.
Yeah.
Is that part of her new show, Cardi B Tries? Or Cardi Tries?
Yeah, that's a new thing on Facebook now. Cardi B tries, and it's like she'll try like making sushi, try ballet, and
I have no idea. I haven't been on Facebook in like 3 years. The last time I was on Facebook, they didn't have ads for their videos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's how long it's been.
I have Facebook just because like some of like especially like older generation people. Some people only have Facebook, and like I only know how to use Facebook.
Like,
my mom only uses Facebook. Oh yeah.
That's the goal. Yeah.
And I used to think like, oh, this is stupid. It's for little kids, but there's some funny, good ass content on TikTok. Yeah. I can stay on TikTok for a while.
I think it's their algorithm that works with, because you'll go down this rabbit hole like it's like YouTube. Like you'll see these. Oh, hey, did you know you can do this videos?
Mm-hmm.
And then you get down this whole entire rabbit hole of like, hey, did you know that you could change your iPhone into a 4K camera? And it's like, what?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, my algorithm is like more like makeup, cosplay, Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The algorithm is what helps them because it just makes it so easy for you to click on from one video to another.
I turn on my YouTube thinking I'm under my name. Or I am under my name, and then
and what happens? James Charles pops out.
Yeah.
Amanda Hessing.
Fucking.
Yo, I know all of them. All of them.
Bunny will like accidentally watch something under my name.
Honestly, bro. Honestly, have you sat down and watched a makeup video?
Yes.
Very entertaining.
I hate it.
It's
he hates it.
What?
I hate it. I know.
He never likes things I like.
I've sat there.
Whenever these beauticians put like a video of like, oh, my Amazon top 5, yo, I'd be like on Amazon, like, oh, I need this.
The TikToks are those. I'll see like, oh yeah, I need that, and I'm gonna buy it. But then the TikTok goes by so fast with these compilations that I'm like, wait, what was it called?
Yo, I saw this one thing on TikTok that my ex sent me. It was a water bottle, but it was flat, so you could put it in your book bag. And I was like, yo, I need one.
I need that in my life.
It was literally a gallon of water, but it was the size of a laptop where you could just put it right into your backpack.
That's so weird. How do you drink out of it?
At the top of it is like a normal bottle, but just the rest of it is just like.
And you gotta hold up this flat square water bottle when you drink it.
Yeah, just like.
Yeah, for that get a Camelback if that's the case.
No, that's just weird.
How is that?
The water is in your backpack? What?
You have to drink out of a straw? Nah.
Pull out this random straw. God knows Cuddy and Coco has probably been chewing on it.
He's like, Glizzy. It's that glizzy challenge right there.
I have my own car, but can you imagine on the MTH there's a whole bunch of teenagers like, yo, he's sucking out of a straw.
Yes, just like every other. Just like your bubble tea, asshole.
Yo, Al, yo, Joker, that would be you. You would really try to reason with a whole bunch of little kids like, hey, hold on.
Yeah, I would.
Yes, I am, but it's convenient.
No, Alvin is so passive on fucking anything.
I love it,
God.
though. I love it.
He swears, like, he's like, oh, you always got to be observant. You know, look at me. I'm always looking at my surroundings. Why? Because you never know when they're just going to hit. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then, but God forbid drama starts, he stays quiet. Always. I had literally a racist Karen sit next to me while I was holding my son on the train. And she was starting problems with me. And I was like, girl, you ain't not talking. Okay, let me tell you something. We were on the D train, was it?
We were on the 1 train.
Or the A train? I don't know. We was on some. Oh yeah.
Train
so,
oh my God.
So I'm sitting on the train. My son is sitting next to me, and Alvin's on the opposite end, and I'm holding my toddler. So he doesn't want to sit on my lap, so he wants to sit between my legs. Stand between my legs. And for some reason, he finds that fun. So I'm like, okay, whatever. This train is not crowded. It's not packed. There's plenty of open seats. This woman, yes, she's Caucasian before y'all start asking.
Well, you said Karen.
Yeah. So this woman
Not
comes
alone.
in and she sits right next to me. Like I said, she could have sat anywhere in this cart because there's only a couple of people. We were on like one of the first stops.
Like when I used to take public transportation, like, yo, you have so many places to go. Why you gotta sit next to
It
me?
doesn't bother me, but like here, so she sat next to me. I didn't think about it, and I'm just playing with my toddler, and we're just ready to go home. And then she like starts fidgeting a little bit. She's like, you should close your legs or like pick up your baby because there's other people on this train who need space. And I looked at her and I was like,
the train is empty.
yeah, I'm like,
there's like at least a good like 15
and I'm
seats
usually
available.
very passive aggressive. Like I don't like starting conflict, but when it comes to my kids or something my kid is doing and you just getting pissed off and being a Karen for no reason, I'll put you in your place. So I'm like, listen, my baby is right here between my legs. I'm holding him. If you have a problem, you can move to another seat. And she's like, well, you got to move because, everybody has rights. This is America. I'm like, girl, don't start that shit.
Once you said this is America.
Like, yeah. And I was like, girl, don't start. I'm like, listen, you can move somewhere else. I'm not going to say it again.
Don't get me wrong, bro. I love my country, but America's fucking ghetto as hell, bro. Yo, white people be starting off like America, like, yo, this is like paradise. It really isn't.
It really isn't.
Bro.
Like, you go to another country and it's like, they laugh at us, bro.
Yeah.
I
forgot. So one of my coworkers was like, I think it's like in Germany or something, or some European country, that apparently, like the whole stimulus check thing, like they're getting one every 2 weeks, and I'm talking about like $3,000 every 2 weeks.
Yes.
On top of that,
we got
all mortgages and rent have been put on hold, right?
My student loans just hit me up and saying, hey, we're resuming our student loan payments, so get ready.
Yo, like, what the fuck is that about?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy the way that...
Yo, like, everywhere.
Like, one thing that I like, I'm talking to this girl now. This is the first girl that I talked to that has a kid, so it's like a very weird experience. But she's like, so what do they do for school here? I'm like, well, we give out laptops and tablets to whatever kid needs it. And, they talk to the teachers still there. And she's like, we don't do that in DR. You turn to channel 3, and there's your class for the day. And I feel like that's such a simple way of doing it. Because not that many people have the luxury of having a tablet or a laptop, but everybody has a TV.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, and it's like on a basic channel where you don't really need cable. It's like one of
PBS?
Like, yeah,
basically. PBS or...
and it's like, okay, from 3 to 5, that's 3rd grade. So going... That's your class for the day. Get out. And it seems like very simple then to, then we supply these people with a tablet, but then they don't have internet, so then they have to sign up for a thing to get internet. It's like...
And then they have 5 kids, so it's 5 kids on one internet.
It's crazy. It's like, we really need to watch reruns of Murray.
It's
like, for real, we couldn't free up that time slot to give these kids classes.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about money. It's all about money. That's
They got to pay their teachers. The teachers got to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it was that simple, these teachers would have been all unemployed, and that would have been a problem.
You have no idea. These teachers I have, these teachers are still.
I give it to these teachers. Like, I've never appreciated
doing
these teachers.
way more.
Stressed out every day about this stuff.
It's what
I've never really appreciated teachers until now.
It's 12:06. If I take my phone and call up one of the teachers that I usually translate for, and be like, "Yo, Amanda, what you doing?" She'll probably be telling me, "Yo, I'm grading stuff online right now."
Yes.
And it's 12:06 on a Sunday.
Yes, and I know they don't get paid like that, and I'm like, damn.
And then you have some female teachers going out their way, starting their OnlyFans, and then they get in trouble for that, and they get fired from their career. It's crazy, bro.
Teachers are getting like the short end of the stick right now.
So my main is Smash Brothers.
Where are we
Smash
going?
Brothers.
Alvin, you gotta have to give us a little click if we.
All right, Smash Brothers is my game. Like, that's the game I play with my friends almost every Saturday. Whenever there's a fight, we'll get there. We'll get to my friend Joey's house early, and we're playing until the fight starts. My main is banned from his house. I can't touch him because every time I play him, I'm always winning. Little Mac from Smash Brothers. He's a boxer. He's from the Bronx, and it's like, yo, that's my main.
Wait. Let's go back to Nintendo 64 Smash Brothers, like the basic characters. Yeah.
Donkey Kong, off the rip. Donkey Kong. If we're talking about 64.
So I'm a Kirby girl. That's just what it is. I know. There's a lot of us, but
my ex main's Kirby.
I mean Kirby.
He's a Kirby boy.
Yeah, I'm Kirby.
We're a Kirby family.
Yo, it's
so
Steven.
You know why Kirby is like everybody's go-to? He gets the most love out of every character in Smash Brothers.
Yeah,
right now we're up to like 50, 70 something characters.
Kirby's a girl.
Kirby's a girl?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. I thought he was a boy.
Nope.
Well, Kirby, if I'm not mistaken, was created by Sakurai, who created Smash Brothers. I could be wrong, but I think so. And that's why he gets all the his favoritism. There's no reason why characters should have that many goddamn jumps in a fighting game.
He's jealous.
Whereas, if Steven's still listening, GameCube, this game, Mario Kart Double Dash. My cousin Steven is like he's my main. Yo, him and I used to
like dominate. I don't care what we playing, but he's playing with me.
Yo, I don't know why Nintendo hasn't even made like a game mode on the new Mario Kart where it's just like Double Dash, where you have two characters. Please. Yo, I wish. Yo, Double Dash was the best.
Actually, wasn't there for Double Dash.
You missed out. That was the best Mario Kart. I don't care what nobody
I think said. When I really started heavy on Mario Kart was when I had the Game Boy Advance. That's when I was really heavy on Mario Kart.
Bunny, go to bed.
Sorry.
Oh, damn.
I'm young, just in case. I'm probably the youngest one here. So there was things I missed. Like I've never had a Sega. Never had a Sega.
You ain't younger than me.
Never experienced like playing Sonic. I've only had all of the PlayStations and all of the Nintendo systems. My
first big boy system was a PS2. Before that, it was strictly Nintendo.
What did I think the first from my childhood, the first system I remember having was this the Super Nintendo. I remember that, and I only had like Mario on it and Street Fighter. That was the only thing I had on it, and I think I was like in kindergarten. Chun-Li, who else? I think Ryu a lot. But then when I was older, my cousin and I used to go to this arcade. There was Marvel vs. Capcom there. That was like my game.
I don't care what nobody says. I don't care who writes the song.
Steven says that Bunny's making us feel old.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're beautiful.
Hey, he said it. He's like we're each other's main. There you go. That's true, bro. That's it. Steven and I are each other's main.
Yo, I don't care what nobody says, but Mario vs. Capcom had the best music. Mario vs. Capcom 2
was a superior game.
they had the best. Yo, I could just get off on just like listening to the song, just like sitting there, just listening to "Gotta Get You for a Ride." Yo, that was the best. That was the best song ever. Yo, I remember. I don't know whose house it was. We used to go up to Pennsylvania, and it was like 20 of us, like 20 cousins, sitting around this small TV playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Hmm.
Shout
I
out to
never
Mega
had
Man,
it.
bro.
I never had it in person. We had to go to like gather up quarters, go to this mom and pop's video game store, and in the back they had this arcade, and that's where we would go to play.
Yo, the arcade I used to go to as a kid. I don't know if you guys know. You remember Nathan's up in Central Avenue?
Hmm.
Wait,
No.
which ones?
Nathan's up in Central Avenue.
Oh yeah,
You
I
know, like
remember that.
Nathan's hot dogs.
Yeah,
You remember
yeah.
all the way in the
All the way
back,
in the
they
back, they
had a
had those. Yeah, they had the whole thing.
yo,
I
that was
remember
my arcade, bro.
that.
Yo, I remember, yo, we used to go to the Chinese buffet right next to it, eat
Yeah.
there, and then yo, we would beg our parents, yo, let's go to the thing.
Bro, I would go there only in the mornings because when I used to work for 1-800 Got Junk, like I would like hop in the truck and like my route was like up in Yonkers, so once I was done with a job or if I didn't have any, I'd call up my boss like, oh listen, we're gonna do some advertisement. We'll go straight to Nathan's, just chill out there. We would eat. We would stay at Nathan's like for a good like 3 or 4 hours and shit, eating hot dogs, burgers, French fries, and play the arcades and shit the whole time. And that'll be
That arcade was the best. I remember, like it's so embedded into my memory. You walk to the back, right? You pass those double doors, past the food section, and you took an immediate left, and there was this Simpson game where it was like a side scroll beat 'em up, but it was just like the
oh yeah,
Simpsons.
but I used to play that shit on the Super Nintendo though. I know you know which one you're talking about. For everybody listening out there, who's your main for your favorite games? Let us know. You know.
Let us know in the
And if
comments.
anybody says Eddie Goro, we fighting in real life. Eddie Goro is banned everywhere.
Yo,
Everywhere.
my friends and stuff, they're heavy into Smash Brothers, like heavy.
You
I
gotta tell
can't.
them to hit me up, man. My
Yeah.
friends
I
are
used
getting
to
tired of me
in high
winning.
school. I was really into Smash Brothers because that's all we would play after school. We would go to somebody's house, order pizza, watch anime, and play Smash Brothers.
I
There you
wish. I
go.
wish I had friends like that. I only got friends like that now that I'm an adult. My best friend Edgar. Shout out to that's crazy. NYC Majestic.
There you go.
Like
Oh, you have a Majestic too?
yeah. So
My best friend, his gamer tag is Majestic as well.
imagine same guy.
No, no, yours is Edgar, mine's Jose,
Unless.
right?
First day I'm working, right? These guys are showing me the rope. I work in an elementary school, the same elementary school I went to as a kid,
Yeah.
and they're showing me the ropes. So this is what we do throughout the day. At one point, we're in the elevator, and it's all quiet. You know that awkward silence when you're
Awkward
working with some
silence.
new people. And Edgar looks up to the ceiling and he's like, "Yo, you play Smash Brothers?" And I'm like, "Yeah." You? He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Who's your main?" I'm like, "Lil Mac." He's like, "Samus." And I'm like, "Ah!"
Oh, I love
We hit
Samus.
it. We hit it off just like that. I remember, we used to get in trouble at work playing on the 3DS Smash
Oh
Brothers.
yeah.
The screams that would come out of that closet, bro.
not from doing not from smashing, but from smashing.
Playing with Ed, you never know.
Smashing in the closet.
Playing with Edgar. What was y'all
Playing
doing?
with Edgar.
We were smashing each other.
Just some
This
smash.
dude, you will be whooping his ass the whole game, and he'll get a nice little combo. And it sounds like he just came. Oh yes, god damn it!
Mm.
That's one of the ideas that I want to do for my YouTube video. I'm like, I need to record these two idiots. I have to. I don't smoke at all. I just started vaping now, But yo, these two will get high and just go off rants while we're playing Smash Brothers, and
There
I'm like,
you
yo,
go.
I need to put a camera in front of these guys.
That's how you do
Yeah,
it.
I was saying the same thing about Joker and his friends. Like, I watch at least online. I watch sometimes like movie commentaries, like people like watching a movie, their first reactions and stuff,
Mm.
and they'll just say like funny jokes. And Joker and his friend, like that's like every day. Every time I put out a movie, no matter how scary, serious, funny, there always is some background comedy that I'm just like, can y'all guys just shut the fuck up?
Because she's laughing so hard
And
that
then
she
I
can't
see
enjoy the
guys.
movie.
And then I'm like, no, because I like horror movies because I like getting scared. But it's not scary when they're just making fun of every single thing that happens in the movie. And I'm like, you guys are like, I want to get
Yo,
scared.
I feel that same way. I feel the same way.
This is the
I
movie.
think
The
we
movie's a
was
little
in
boring.
DR. We was in DR. The internet went out, but I had my flash drive with a whole bunch of movies on it,
Oh,
Mhm.
nice.
and we're watching Annabelle, the last one. What
Oh,
is
the
it?
creation, Annabelle
Annabelle Comes
creation.
Home. No, Annabelle Comes Home.
Did I see that one? No, it's
So
Annabelle
we're sitting
creation, the
at a
prequel.
no, the prequel. This one came out after the prequel, if I'm not
Mm,
mistaken.
okay.
This is yeah. It's basically like a prequel in the beginning of how they get the doll, and then where they keep the
Yeah,
Yeah,
doll.
all
That's
these all
basically
Annabelle.
it.
these movies are
Annabelle
like all
Comes Home.
prequels to something or
That's
whatever.
it came out last year.
By the
Hmm.
way, shout out to the little universe they're trying to create themselves.
Oh, it's
Oh
Like they
good.
yeah.
started they started branching out a little bit with La Llorona. Like that's
Oh yeah.
also connected to that universe as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
not that many people know that. I remember getting into an argument with this girl. She's like, nah.
Because it
I'm
was
like,
the
what are you
same
talking
priest
about?
or
That
something, right?
yeah.
That they
I'm
went
like,
to.
that's the same Padre, homie.
Mm-hmm. It was
That's
the
the
same.
same Padre, nigga.
That's the same Padre, yo. I'm not crazy. That guy's a typecast. All he does is play Padres.
Yeah, he's like a Hispanic little priest, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Listen, I don't deal with that shit, but I know what to do." You know?
Some incense to call it a
Yo,
day.
so
Right?
we're watching Annabelle Comes Home, and it was an okay movie for what it was. It was great to see the Warren stuff, in the little movie universe. And then the movie ends, and I just turned to my brother. We on the same bed over there in DR, and I turned to him like, "Yo, nobody died in that movie." And then he's
Hmm.
thinking about it, he's like, "Yeah, nobody died. It was just a whole movie. It's just jump scares, but there
Hmm.
was like no risk at all."
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
it
like
was
a lot of them, like I can't follow along. Like I think I've seen most of them, but I just like this is it just gets a little confusing after a while because I'm like, what does this mean? Like, I
they
don't know.
just have to cut to the chase and give them the movie
Hmm.
that everybody wants,
Yeah.
and that's the
Because in the
Warrens.
beginning, like the first, like which one was it? The Nun. I was so excited for the Nun. That little cameo that she had in the movie prior, like scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah,
And I'm like, oh, and then when I saw they had a whole movie just for her, I was like, okay, I'm ready. That shit sucked. I almost fell
there was an
asleep watching
interesting
it.
concept with it. Like
No.
the whole the one thing I like. There's certain things that I take away from movies, like Insidious, the first one.
Hmm.
You know when the guy is outside the bedroom and he's going left to right, and then the last time he's like in the room in front. I felt like that was amazing, amazing.
No.
He's a goddamn
Yo,
liar. He's a goddamn liar. Wasn't nothing amazing about that.
everything was amazing.
I worked for
Everything's
12
amazing.
hours, then I worked for 16 hours, and then I died. Fuck is amazing.
There
Ain't
you
nothing
go.
amazing.
Amazing. For those of you just joining, this is I am Lord. I
Is
am
he Lord?
Not Iron Lord.
Iron Lord.
Iron Man.
Iron Man?
Yeah, true.
Could I
I
call you
don't.
Mr. Stark? Mr. Stark
Oh
from now?
no, like those. Oh, we saw the trailer recently
I
for
refuse.
I
the
don't
what
love none of
ifs,
y'all
the Marvel what
3000.
ifs.
Oh yeah, Marvel What Ifs. He is black.
That
Though,
I
looks
right?
really nice.
I refuse to call True I Am Lord only because whenever I read it quick, I think of that episode of South Park where Randy was what was this girl's name?
This is getting to something funny. Don't worry, it's getting there.
No. That's it. The joke ended. The joke ended because I thought I had it there. Yeah. Never mind.
Too bad. Next time.
I felt disappointed. But yo, damn it. Well, point is I refuse to call you Am Lord
There
because
you
of that
go.
thing.
That's
of
the
South Park.
point. That's the point.
That's the point. Sorry, I can't be funny all the time. God damn it.
He's trying, all right? He's trying.
Let me do my best.
So what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted. So yeah, that was that great scene from Insidious. But from the Nun, what I liked was I mean, it was very predictable when they kept talking to the nun at the beginning, the one who was sitting on that big chair, just to find out that she was dead the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I liked it was dope. Even though it was predictable, that was really dope.
Yeah.
The whole spitting the Jesus blood.
And the Annabelle Creation one, the prequel one with the little girls, that scared the shit out of me.
No, that one was trash.
No.
Yeah, no. Well, basically, the whole point I was trying to say was we just got to cut to the chase of the movie that everybody wants to see, and that's the Warrens and the Amityville house.
Yeah.
That's what everybody wants to see.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But they got to do it good because that Amityville house movie shit has been done so many times, so they have to really do something different and good with it.
Ryan Reynolds.
But remember that time that we were at Comic-Con? Actually, it was that same year that we saw The Walking Dead and all that. That they had like a movie with the Warrens and stuff with these guys in it.
Yeah, that was I think that was for The Conjuring or
for The Conjuring was the first one. Yeah. Remember that they were like, all right, get in line to ask questions to the cast and all that shit. That one lady was like, I used to be a nurse for one of the people that lived there. Can I talk to you guys?
And she's like, can we talk to you guys in private? And she was like bringing up some sketchy stuff. I was like, I'm trying to have a good time. I ain't trying to get scared.
It takes a lot to scare me, but that feeling of being scared is amazing.
Yeah, like when I was
if you
little,
could find it.
When I was little, my mom never cared what I watched, and my mom is a big horror buff. Like every horror movie she has seen, and she was like, "Listen, if you're gonna peek, you're gonna peek. You're gonna learn your lesson." And I would always peek, and I would see things that I'm like not supposed to see. The one movie that fucked me up the most was like Chucky, because the way my room was set up, I had like basically shelves all across my walls and then just covered with dolls and stuffed animals and stuff, and they would all be facing the center where I would sleep.
They all look like True. I hated it.
So I would and because of that, I was always so scared to watch scary movies because I'm like, I don't like that feeling. The year that The Grudge 2 came out, I lived in Bergenfield, New Jersey, which is I know. The year that The Grudge 2 came out, I was living in Bergenfield, New Jersey, which is a small town, and it only had like one tiny theater in this town. And I was in middle school, and everybody was like, "Oh, we're all gonna go tonight to watch it once it premieres, and anybody is going," type of thing. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna do that because no." And then this boy in my science class who finally started talking to me.
Oh,
yes.
Joker.
Sorry, I didn't know you existed. Honey.
Joker doesn't even know about science.
What? Bro, I'm a huge science buff, man. Ask my wife.
That's a buff?
So this boy in my science class who I was kind of crushing on finally started talking to me, and he's like, "You're going, right? We can sit next to each other." I said, "Oh, I'm going. Yeah, of course. I'm going to go." So I go there. We're in front of this tiny theater. We're all going inside this one of their biggest rooms, which is not big at all. So it's kind of like what you said with Twilight, like people on the floors, people on top of people, just to watch this horror movie.
Joker, so far this podcast has been I was in love with Edward. Yeah. Now there's this boy from this science class.
No, it's all gonna come around full circle, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for me to get another drink in. Jesus.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So we sit down, and I'm like, the whole movie, I'm just looking at it through my hands because I'm getting scared. Everyone is screaming. And I happen to always peek at the wrong moments when the scariest shit was happening. I went home and I did not sleep for maybe 24 hours plus after that because I was convinced this little kid was in my closet.
That's crackhead hours.
Yo, I was starting to hallucinate, and then it was getting me even more scared. Oh my God. But that's how I was before. But now, like, you can ask anybody. Like, I'm always like, "Oh, did you see the trailer for this new movie?" Like, I like the rush now, and I don't know if I did like exposure therapy on myself.
That's the thing. I don't get the rush anymore. I wish I did, but now I have
it needs to be a good movie.
I want to know
why life goes
why
back to normal.
I
if
want to
life
know
goes
why
back to normal, we need to do a vlog of just taking your wife to one of those haunted mazes?
Hell no.
LOL.
Don't touch me.
And I'm the wrong guy. I'm the wrong guy to take to like haunted mazes or like.
What?
Or, like,
Alvin,
scary
Alvin
movies.
gets scared
Yeah,
of
you
nothing.
serious?
Look,
Joker gets
I
scared of
agree
nothing.
with Gary.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I agree with Gary only because I personally don't get scared at scary movies anymore. I actually look at it and I'd be like, move out the way then. If you didn't, why would you go down the hallway and look sketchy as hell? Just leave out.
At this point, I call him like, watch this bitch trip. Boom. What I said.
Exactly.
No, like I think now I've graduated because
when did that happen? Matthew, when did that happen for you? When did it happen for you, Gary? Because I'm trying to figure it out. Like, when did it happen where the movie stopped being scary and now you just angry at them because they
No, yeah, but you know what I did? Like, some movies have stopped being scary. It's pretty rare that I'm like, oh, this movie scared the shit out of me. Like, I kind of just watch it for, like, entertainment now, not to get scared. Now I think I've graduated into, like, hardcore psychological thrillers.
I could tell you where it went down.
If it ain't James Wan.
But nope, is very illegal. Very illegal. And I don't even know if I should even mention it in the chat. Because I don't want nobody looking for it.
The statute is gone after 4 years.
Yeah, definitely. I'm talking about like I was maybe like 10, 11.
And you was illegally smuggling cocaine through your bum?
How you know? But this is back in the MySpace days. And for some reason, everybody kept talking about, yo, don't watch a video online called 3 Guys, 1 Hammer.
I've heard of it, never seen it.
I watched it and I was, that desensitized me for anything ever scary because honestly, whether it's fake or not, I don't think it was. I think it was early days of the internet where you could watch a lot of stuff that you shouldn't be watching that would probably be on the dark net. And it was just like that desensitized me with everything else. Like after that, nothing ever scared me.
Yeah, like I can't.
Supreme says what's up.
Hello.
Yo.
Hey.
Hey.
Very enthusiastic there. Get that drinking, bro.
What a Christmas special.
That wasn't even your octave neither. You
right.
went deeper for no reason.
Giggity. Ladies.
Yeah,
there's ladies in here?
Me.
I don't have Mercedes.
Oh damn, Bunny's calling you out.
Bars, by the way.
Wait, how about you? Dead serious.
How about you, True? At what point this stuff stop being scary for you?
I'm from the hood. It's just not scary. Period. I don't even know.
My neighbor comes out.
What are some of your like cult classic? Like this is like my scary movie. Like I like.
No, you know why? Because I think like the only thing that happens now is more so along the lines of jump scares. So the last like jump scare that I had was it. Because of how when he popped out and we watched it in 3D when he popped out of the damn movie thing. But that wasn't. I wasn't like, oh my god, he scared me. I can't go to sleep tonight because he's gonna come out of my mirror. No,
you pissed yourself. Stop lying.
No, I'm like the jump scares, but that was it. But then like the whole rest of the movie, I'm laughing. People looking at me like this nigga's crazy. I'm like, y'all scared of this? Like,
I watch it for the sake of. I feel like. That you could get a couple of people who have been desensitized.
Yeah. Like there's sometimes jump scares get me,
and you could write a really dope scary movie.
Yeah, of course.
No,
like my mom says that all the time. She's like, I could write a dope scary movie.
Sinister was
like
bad, Supreme. No, Sinister was
like
lame.
The scarier movies would necessarily.
Sinister was more shock value than it was
I didn't
scary.
like Sinister. I think it was too overhyped. A lot of people said it was scary, but I think it was overhyped.
That car sound real good.
It was more shock value than anything. Every time they would play a video, it was okay. How gruesome is this video gonna be? It was more
I feel
shock
like
value than
a really scary movie would definitely be through the lenses of like Paranormal Activity, the way it looks so real, but written by a super desensitized person.
Camcorder movies, they kind of trap.
Nah, if you write it from the perspective of a super desensitized person and it's a camcorder movie, remember Blair Witch was my actually first scary movie. Any movies that fell into that, they were more interesting because it didn't make me question what the fuck you doing, run, bitch.
No, it wasn't. It definitely was a new way to tell a story. Yeah, it definitely was.
And even though people knew that, okay, yeah, this is bullshit, they still watched it. How many people done watch every single Paranormal Activity? Everybody, at least twice.
They were really. Oh, I've seen
even
it
though it was
plenty of times.
It was like
at that time it was like, wow, this is good. Like at least the first couple of ones, everybody went to go.
Yeah, I did too.
And just like, because I think the way they got it, because the trailer for the movie really didn't say much about the movie. It was
little Asian lady. Got the bootleg.
Like the trailer for the movie was just like people watching the movie and getting terrified. So everybody was like, is this really that scary? Like, they didn't say anything about the movie. They just said,
honestly,
people watch the movie and get terrified.
The first Paranormal Activity movie don't pop off until like the last 20 minutes of the movie anyway.
Yeah, but you know that shit was still scary, even when like every time the little door creaked, or every time she stood up and scared.
Bunny, it was never scary.
I don't know. Honestly, maybe I faked it when I was on dates and been like, oh my god. Any person of
color would have woken up and see their significant other standing there.
Yo, my son does that sometimes, and I'm like, I'm so triggered from Paranormal Activity. You cannot just stare at me when I'm sleeping.
I'm surprised you see her in black eye.
Imagine Mercedes waking up and Joker just standing there.
Just his
eyes is wide open, but he's actually asleep. But they open.
Dude, my sister sleepwalks. Oh my god.
He sleptwalks?
Oh, whatever. Sleepwalks. She's a sleepwalker.
She's a
sleptwalker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but when you said sleptwalk, I just imagine somebody sleeping doing the moonwalk back.
It's a new dance.
But like in a dead ass sleep, just like.
No, my sister.
She sleptwalk.
My sister talks in her sleep and does sleepwalking, whatever. The new dance. I don't know how to say it. So
instead of plug walking, she sleptwalks.
Yes. So we shared a room. And
walking.
Around this time, I used to sleep with the TV on. And
my God.
One time
aren't you?
I used to sleep. I was sleeping with the TV on.
Now I'm imagining mad shit now. Can you imagine like little kids now just like sleep dancing, but it's just all TikTok dancing? This is like
don't start something. Like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Don't start it.
Now Joker's about to start a trend. He's gonna be with his hand all the way to the back of his spine, and he's gonna be spot moonwalking.
Yo,
hands typing.
So yeah, my sister, she used to sleepwalk. I don't know if she still does anymore, but when she was younger, she did it a lot. And around the time the Paranormal Activity movies came out, I used to sleep with the TV on.
I'm sorry, imagining more stuff. Yo, imagine somebody sleep just like Lee with a rock with it.
If anybody follows Gary on TikTok, let us know if your video pops up.
Oh my god!
Just know it started from here.
Bunny, imagine you just like your bed is moving and you just look over and it's just Joker just like in his sleep,
vibing in his sleep. That's it.
I gotta get this video out.
He's gonna right now. Yeah, but I've caught her like staring at me in my sleep and her talking about random stuff. Her start yelling at me and she's sleeping.
Bro,
that's how you get punched in the face real quick.
I be having a whole ass conversation with Bunny and she's sleeping.
Oh yeah, but and I'm like, listen, if you don't see me walking around the house, I'm not awake.
Yeah,
like it's happened legit. So many times. People will tell me, oh, did you remember I told you this morning? I'm like, no. Like, oh, we spoke. I'm like, I don't remember. Like, but you were answering me. I'm like, listen.
Steven said on YouTube, he was like, when I watch something scary, I used to have the TV on the Disney Channel.
Oh yeah, there's some movie like has anyone seen Midsummer?
Oh my god,
Midsummer is dope.
After Midsummer, I was like, I need a Disney movie now because
Jordan Peele did an amazing thing, bringing in psychological horrors.
Yes,
because that's what Midsummer isn't really. If you're gonna go in thinking you're gonna get scared, like
no, and I thought it was gonna be scary, but it's like it just messes with your brain a little bit.
It does. Yo, seeing the faces and the trees in the background, and you think you're going crazy.
just like they are, and you're just like, did anybody else catch that? Like,
not saying,
or do you
not
see
saying
like one
Jordan
person
Peele
in the
made
back?
that movie. I'm just saying he started
Yeah,
that trend
but that movie after that, and I made Joker sit with me and watch it because I'm like, nobody else wants to watch it with me because everybody's like being a little pussy. So I'm like, just
I know you're not talking.
And I was like, watch it with me, and he's like chill the whole time, and I'm like kind of like hyperventilating, like getting some anxiety at some point.
Comes from? He comes from the depths of Dominican Republic.
No, I was legit at some scenes like getting some anxiety with her, and I'm like, and I'm looking over at him. He's like, damn, that's crazy. Like there's some dramatic shit happening, and I feel like I'm going through trauma. And he's like, damn, that's crazy. You want a snack or something from the kitchen? That's
legit the reaction of every dude from New York.
Damn, that's crazy.
You saw how he just straight axed her head, bro? I ain't never seen no. That was the craziest decapitation I ever saw in my life. But yo, you hungry? You know, I'm gonna go get some popcorn. I'll be right back.
You know what's the craziest time you would hear a New Yorker say that? Is if their girl, their significant other, catches them cheating. So this was you, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah.
On the back of the head.
Oh,
damn, that's crazy.
Yo, you know what's an unpopular opinion?
Oh, that's wild.
Pokemon.
The Ring wasn't that good of a movie.
I recently saw The Ring.
Which one? Wait. Which one?
Not the Japanese one.
Oh, okay.
The American one.
All right.
Yeah, okay. So
here's the Japanese ones are amazing.
Yeah, listen. To this day, there's something about like The Ring or The Grudge women, like that have this long dark hair crawling down the stairs, like being weird. That's kind of stuff I cannot watch to this day. Like that scares me. So last time when some friends of ours was over here, they're like, "Oh, you're gonna watch The Ring tonight." I'm like, "Please, I don't want to get some childhood trauma back. Like, I'm in a good space right now."
I actually have the audio to that whole entire night. Hilarious.
So we're watching this, and I was like, "Wait, let me kind of get some liquid courage into me before I watch this." And I watched it, and I was like, I can do this. At some moments, I was just like, oh, this is not for me. And I'm like, if I watch the video from the movie, will I die?
Yo.
In 7 days? I was like, if I touch the tape, will I die? Like, I'm trying to make fun of it just to, like, not get as scared as in front of people.
Yo.
You want to know what's really crazy?
It wasn't that bad.
All right, you want to know what's really crazy that you guys are going to probably hate me for? The Exorcist wasn't that good.
The Exorcist what?
Was not that good.
Wait, which one?
The first one, the original.
The original,
bro.
My mom to this day cannot watch that movie.
Okay,
that's what everybody says.
Hold on, wait. No. Growing up with what we grew up with from, myself personally, like 80s, 90s, 2000s, and then watching a movies from the 70s, totally understand why you would say that.
But so, like, my mom watched that movie when she was young. Yeah. And she was, like, when it first came out, she was young, and she snuck in with her friends, watched that movie. She said that she literally pissed herself watching that movie because it was so scary. She said people were fainting in movie theaters from watching that movie or dying shortly after watching that movie. It was a big thing.
I don't think I watched movies, just to strictly critique it. But I feel like I've watched so much TV and movies as a kid that now I just appreciate the concepts that they add in that's new. So for the time, the practical effects that they had for the movie, amazing. But as for the concept, it seems like it's all right.
I mean, that concept inspired how many movies like that,
Yeah,
to be honest,
it's like when people say Michael Jordan is the best basketball player in the world. He's all right.
From that era, though. From that
era, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's all right.
It's a cutoff. Yeah, it's definitely
exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's basically what I'm saying. Like, it's like, oh, I'm a horror. I make horror movies. Oh, what's your top 5? The Exorcist has to be in it. It's like, does it really have to be in it, bro? Does it? Because honestly, I would say that for me, when I was a kid, The Sixth Sense scared me more than The Exorcist.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean,
oh yeah.
Oh well, Joker has an alien fear, so anything like that would scare him.
Damn.
Wait,
really?
aliens?
Just put my government out there. Why don't you?
Wait, I wasn't talking about aliens.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Joker says Joker is very
talking about ghosts.
I was talking about.
Oh no, what is that movie?
No, Mechi.
But you're talking about Signs.
Signs. That's
Signs.
Yeah.
Which again is a stupid movie.
Yeah.
I personally had more fear
think
of
about
aliens.
Are gonna come.
I personally had more fear of aliens coming in my room and abducting me than fucking ghosts.
Oh no, what
and
movie
shit
scared
coming
you a
out.
lot from aliens? Which one
Honestly,
was that?
the only thing that would, if I was you, I would have fear of is me living where you're living and getting shit like shipped to me. The amount of stuff that you buy. Like that has more experience to me than aliens.
I'm ready for war. It's not an issue, so I'm not worried about that. I'm more concerned about the aliens coming through my fucking window.
Yeah, because they're gonna come to Earth just to come.
They're 4D. Them niggas is definitely coming through the window.
There was a movie called like The Fourth Kind or something like that.
Yeah,
that one was dope.
Yeah.
That
one really got into my head because it was like based off like it was like a documentary kind of movie.
Yeah,
about like a real woman's story, and I'm like that one kind of got into my head. I was like, what?
But basically, what I'm trying to say is like I feel like people hold on to a concept of a lot of things. Like you can have a great concept on something and then it just doesn't play out. And I feel like that's one of the biggest things that happened with Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah, Cyberpunk.
I like how he segued directly into a video game. Gary, hold on, everybody in the Patreon, give it up for Gary. I didn't know where the hell this was going. I thought Gary was gonna talk about something else.
But you kill it. You kill it when you
like
put
why you gotta point
into it.
Let it be smooth. You don't have to take a picture.
Like I get, like with what I was saying with concepts, Cyberpunk as a game, yes, is riddled with bugs. Like every playthrough I play, my game is crashing 6 times. So if let's say I'm playing within 2 hours.
I'm sorry, I gotta say this. That segue was as smooth as a shot of Patron.
It really was. I was legit serious.
Shot of Patron.
Yo, it really was. Patron is smooth, Gary. I don't know which one you drink.
For you, you goddamn alky. Yo, shot of Patron. I threw up a little bit in my mouth just thinking about that. God damn.
Be like, yo, remember that time I shitted on myself from that Patron Gold I
had? That video exactly is what popped into my mind.
Country ass.
Jesus. Yo, but like I was saying, like if let's say I give Cyberpunk 2 hours, within those 2 hours, my game is gonna crash at least 6 times.
Yeah. But
the concept of the game is so good that I'm not asking for a refund. I'm really not, because I think you was working at GameStop when The Witcher 3 came out.
Yes.
And they were the only company that we worked for that was the dopest company, CD Projekt Red. That they sent us the copies of the PC game. They send us all their games had like a nice little thank you letter, and it was like, hey, we're gonna give you 7 DLCs for free just for buying our game and believing in us. And I feel like I could hold off.
You know what I think it is for Cyberpunk? I don't believe it's their fault particularly at this point in time. Since The Witcher 3 came out, like if anything, I feel like it falls more on the people the directors of the game, the publishers that are publishing said games, because like from a business standpoint, like let's forget video games for a second. From a business standpoint, you want your product to make money.
Yeah.
So if it's like if it has to hit Q4 of 2020, by all means, they're like, okay, we can delay it like 5 times throughout the year, but that's it. No more delays after this. It gotta get out in December. First of all, you already missed the Game Awards, so it's out the question. You might as well just wait until like January.
Yeah.
Like January, like give it a release date, kind of like Monster Hunter World was. Monster Hunter World was January 26th. Yeah, Monster Hunter World was on a January 26th. They could have pushed it there. Be like, okay, you know what? Since we're not gonna make ends meet, then their stock, their share prices probably they would have dropped.
Honestly,
still. But
I love.
Look at it. It's dropping now in a bad light.
Everybody was at fault. It's like again, I could be wrong. I think it was Miyamoto who said it, where he said everybody would no one really cares about a delayed game, but they will always remember a bad release game.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Cyberpunk now. No matter what they do. Yo, I just played the dopest mission I've played since I think San Andreas, and it was in Cyberpunk. And it's like no one is ever going to experience this because those who bought it will have to. I think for content reason, people will probably jump on it again in February to be like, okay, let's see what's changed. But I think that sour taste in everybody's mouth is going to stay there, and I don't think nobody's going to play this game again after they get their refund.
Nah, not until they announce free DLC.
No.
When they say it's free DLC, they can't. There's no way in hell that they can charge after this.
But again, why is everyone really upset with Cyberpunk? I heard something about like old
Mercedes. It's your fault.
It's riddled with bugs. Like I was saying, if I play for 2 hours, it crashes 6 times. No less than
Imagine playing on PC and it looks perfectly fine just to run into flying trees and unfinished times.
Yep.
And then it's kind of like the No Man's Sky thing where they kept promising a lot of stuff.
Yeah, No Man's Sky fixed their issue.
Yeah, but
No Man's Sky. Is it like the trailers that they showed E3 like this is actual gameplay and it wasn't?
The world is very barren. The world is very. It seems like you remember the first Watch Dogs game, where it's like you were given all this power and all this communication, where all these NPCs, where you couldn't do nothing with it.
True.
Or nothing interesting. It's not like Grand Theft Auto 5, where you could just be walking, 2 NPCs would just start a fight with each other for no reason. Like people are just walking down the street. You get this thing where you could talk to people, but it's always like this generic thing that every NPC says. So it's like the world isn't as engaging. Yeah, the world isn't engaging at all, and it's not what they show. I mean, in the trailers, you see people dancing in the street with all this crazy technology, and you don't see that. It's just NPCs walking down, and then you'll come across maybe, if it wasn't scripted, it's a generic sandbox.
Yeah.
I had a lot of expectations for that.
Yeah. And it's like I was saying, I played the dopest mission today. It was a detective noir. Like, serial killer, like, amazing. Like, you had to investigate everything, which was, like I said, I haven't played something that great since, like, San Andreas.
You lying. It was Batman. You goddamn liar.
Nope. It surpassed Batman.
Since L.A. Noire?
Any better than L.A. Noire.
How dare you?
What?
I'm telling you, this mission was so good, bro. Basically, let me give you the rundown. I'm not without spoilers. So you're working with a detective, right? He brings you in. He's like, I need your help with this. Watch this video. The video is a cop pulls over this car. In this car is a guy and a teenage boy. The teenage boy is dead.
I thought you said a teenage whore. I'm like, wait,
teenage boy. So the cops are telling the guy to come out. The guy, typical serial killer stuff, weird speech, creepy voice, telling the officers just to relax, to calm down. I'm so-and-so, I'm an important guy. And as the other cop is going to the passenger side of the car, the kid falls out dead. So they know, okay, some shit is up. They get their guns ready. The serial killer runs across the street. They shoot him in the head. So he's like, okay, this is what I need you to do. I need you to jack your subconscious into his brain because he's in a coma and he has my nephew. So you dive deep into the subconscious of this pedophile serial killer, and it's just crazy. You're seeing him from when he's a kid up to like this last kill. It's like crazy. It's crazy, well written, like, and then so many pathways that you could. It was just like, this is what the game should have been this whole entire time, and it sucks that no one is gonna experience that. Because now they took it off of the PlayStation Store. Everybody's getting their refunds.
I ain't gonna lie. Can I say this? I didn't expect that one.
Yeah, I didn't expect that either.
That was left field so hard. I was like, wait a minute. They removed it? I thought they... Okay. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Mass refund, sure. And it'll stay. Like, because the game that reminds me of this, like, this, but by all means, this is not that bad. To me, Cyberpunk isn't as bad. The only thing that makes Cyberpunk really bad, and I think people need to understand this part, but if you went to college for psychology, you would understand this way more than anything. I feel like it's their lack of communication and telling people, hey, listen, we're not going to show the console versions because the console versions, or let's just cut it out, period. And when I think of that part in particular, you played with people's minds and their feelings because a majority of the people purchasing this game are on base console.
I got a rebuttal
on Xbox One X. No one's upgraded to a PS4 Pro. It's not as bad on those consoles as it is on base Xbox and base PS4. But it's not huge rebuttal as PS5 or Xbox Series X. You get what I'm saying? The game that reminds me of this, Gary, where they should have cut off last gen consoles, and it sucks to say that, but the game that comes to mind, Last Guardian. That game was supposed to be PS3 exclusive. They clipped it and said, nah, the vision we want can only be achieved on PlayStation 4. And then it came out on PlayStation 4. Albeit 10 years later, it still came out, but on another system.
I have a huge rebuttal for that. I think where they went wrong was talking too much. It's the same thing that happened with No Man's Sky.
Star Citizen?
They kept talking too much.
Star Citizen?
Star Citizen is worse. Don't get me started on that. They got millions upon they almost at billion, aren't they? Or did they hit billion?
No, I think they already hit billion.
They spoke too much and promised too much that this is what we got. And that's the same thing what happened with No Man's Sky. And what happened with No Man's Sky is 1 in a million. They ensured the community. They were like, we're going to come back. We're going to do everything we promised. And they did it. But that's 1 in a million. I don't think CD Projekt Red can do that. I don't think they could be like, hey, yeah, hold on until February. We'll make this game playable. Because I'm telling you, it's way more than just a bug.
Hold on. Did you see their last message, though, Gary? I guess you didn't. The way they said it, and it wasn't the publisher. No, it wasn't the developers. It was directly from the publisher. Since they became autonomous because of how well their game was selling, they had the nerve to say, well, since people can't wait. That's exactly how they said it. And I read it just like that because that's how it read to me when I read that message. Because people can't wait, I guess we'll give them a refund. They just can't wait until February. I'm like, bitch, don't start that.
I didn't read it. I think that's the same message. I think that's the same message I was reading. And I think at one point they say, hey, if you just believe in us and hold on. Or I think it was like, give us a chance. You know, it's, again, they're talking way too much, bro. They're talking way too much. Yeah, just shut up. If you're going to do an update, do it. If you're not, don't. If you're going to refund people's money, do it. It's just, like I said, something like No Man's Sky happens once in a million. You probably lost a lot of people.
Nah, it already happened big time with Star Citizen. Do you know how much a ship is? Do you know how much a ship is in Star Citizen?
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it right now.
It's like $329, right?
What are we talking about?
Nope. Star Citizen.
The cheapest ship? Like what, $250, right?
The cheapest ship that you can explore the unknown looks like $103, $90.
My brothers. My young sisters. What is Star Citizen? What are we talking about?
Oh, I saw it, baby. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, thank you, please.
Star Citizen is a very ambitious space simulator game made from the creators of the Space Emporium, or whatever the hell you want to call it, okay? So,
where's this voice come from?
Listen, just don't ask questions, okay? Don't ask questions. The game is very, very ambitious. They hired the likes of the original Joker from the animated series.
Mr.
Mark Hamill.
Yep.
Yeah, he's one of the voices behind it. But you see how much a spaceship costs, buddy? A spaceship used to cost $250. That was the cheapest.
No, there's
but
still
now
there.
it's $103.
Yeah,
oh,
no,
it's still there.
Okay. The max you can spend on a ship to explore, $1,100.
That's a lot of money for
a
explore what? Like the universe, the galaxy?
The galaxy.
So what is it, like a pre-rendered planets, or is it kind of like No Man's Sky?
No,
like
Gary,
this?
No, Gary, baby.
It's No Man's Sky plus more.
Yes, Gary, baby.
No Man's Sky plus way fucking more. Way more.
Space doesn't interest me more than like.
Oh no, Gary! This game you gets to be pirates with your buddy friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you understand the ramifications of a game like this. You will be sucked.
Spell ramifications, you bastard.
Ramifications, buddy.
Sounds like a good spelling to me.
No, but it's legit a fucking very big, a big game. Like it's like, the biggest game in history just because they've amassed over $1 billion.
Yeah, and who's ever played it so far, there's legit people that will, like, let's say like you're in space, you're traveling, you can actually like lose fuel.
Is Star Citizen Bethesda?
No,
right?
No.
Okay.
You can like be traveling in space, and if you're out of fuel, you're fucked. Because you legit just float there. There's no way of like getting anything.
And you better hope one of your friends is online to be able to actually bring you space gas.
Yep.
Like one of the Among Us dead people just floating in space.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's legit like a whole community out there, 4-star citizen, and there's like a little group that you send them a message like, hey, I'm stuck in space with no gas. They're like, all right,
and you gotta pay them actual cash to come and bring you gas.
Yeah, and then it's like legit like a small group of ships that will go to your location, fill you up with gas, and then bounce.
You also have space pirates to worry about as well.
Real money and in-game money.
Yeah, there's legit space pirates.
Yeah, and there's space pirates. Yep. Like these are
they the worst though because they disguise themselves up as. You seen that one Joker with the guys who disguise themselves as a gas emissary? They gave the person gas. They gave them gas, and then they let the gas leak out and blew the ship up. Yeah. They held his ship ransom before they said, okay, you got to actually deposit $100 into my account. Like real $100. And then they blew his ship up.
Yep.
Yeah. And you gotta understand, Gary. These ships are really $100.
Yeah, don't understand, Gary. Me, fuck that. I'll
blow someone's. If you blow someone's ship,
I'll replay Skyrim for the 700th time. Then play. That's why I never got
Gary.
That's why I never got you.
You blew someone's $100 up. So now they gotta really spend $100 real world dollars again to buy another ship.
I feel like we're in a whole new world where we need new laws and we don't want to get copyright over some Disney music.
Exactly. It's a good thing you
mean. I was about to continue.
It's 27 seconds.
Yo, this is Disney we talking about. They basically own everything.
Yeah.
You even sound like a Disney princess, and they cut you.
Yeah, they cut
off.
you
off. Thank you. I appreciate you, Michi.
No, just your normal voice sounds like a Disney princess.
Damn.
You know what? I appreciate that too. Oh my
All right,
God,
Michael Jackson. Let's keep going. So.
That's
racist.
Oh my God.
Sounds like you're in the bathroom. Are you okay? Do you need more fiber?
Oh no! I gotta get out of here.
I don't even know what point I was trying to make. I lost it with the grunts. Yo, True, turn on your camera. I don't trust you now. You taking a shit?
You wouldn't hear the echoes from the bathroom. Stop.
Right? You would have heard them perfect vocals.
He got a little bucket in his room. No problem.
Oh, damn.
I'm not you, Mechi. I know. I don't think you expect Joker to tell me about that story that you had that bucket with you. Don't worry, I know about it.
What you mean? What bucket?
Gary and Joker both told me because Joker told Gary about a story about you having a bucket and you had a chair with a hole cut out at the bottom.
What?
The secret's safe with me.
plus the 5 other listeners on this.
No, there was the only time I've ever peed in something other than a toilet
was
when
look at that,
it was when our basically our whole bathroom ceiling was leaking because upstairs their washer broke. So our bathroom was flooded.
You know why? Because Joker actually just went to the bathroom somewhere else at the bodega.
At the bodega.
Hey Al, can I get back there?
Yeah, actually.
Be like, hey yo, Al, let me get a bag of cheese, but I gotta use the bathroom.
Yeah, pretty much.
Give me one of them coffee cups.
Let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese, and a newspaper. I'm gonna need
it. And don't worry, I don't read page 4.
Yeah, I just imagine Joker opening the door like, hey, I need a roll. Right in front of like the whole bodega. Pants in his
around the ankles and everything.
No.
Room all steamy.
Because I can really see it, Gary. I can't unsee it now because he would definitely do that. Let him be hangry. Let him be hangry and do that. Like, hey, yo, up! Let me get a roll and not the bread con. I need the other one.
Nah, I'm gonna need some bounty. I got the roll.
No.
Yeah.
Wants to play Skyrim.
Yeah, I will only
That was
replay
super
Skyrim.
random. Where the hell are you coming from?
I said Skyrim. I said.
You said from the living room?
I'm looking at the mod.
He is in the living room.
I'm looking at the
Honestly,
mod
yo,
for the,
you know how hard is it
co-op.
right now? You know how hard is it right now for me not to download Skyrim on the PS5? Like it's.
I heard
there.
that game is like infinite or something like that. Like
It's not infinite. It's a good 200 hours.
nah.
No, it's not infinite until you play it on the Etch-a-Sketch. That's a different story.
Oh, damn. That'd be some interesting visuals though, but damn.
Spell out Fusroda.
Yo, that would be
And then
hilarious.
shake it. And then shake it.
Where's Steven at? Sequeef?
Sequeef?
Sequeef. Had to be there. If you know, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
He queef?
No,
It's Sequeef, man.
it's Sequeef.
It's
Yeah.
French.
Respect on it.
Lord, why don't you be queef me?
You know what lives rent free in my mind?
Say it.
Be queef. Only
True's video, he has this wig on and he's like, in the book of Revelations. In the book of Revelations.
Oh my god.
Why did no one send me this? Why have I not seen
Yo,
this content?
Every time I see your face, bro, all I see is that wig. Yo, it was like a church lady wig up to here. And he's just like, in the book of Revelations. In the book of Revelations.
I got you.
I need this video now. Like,
Metri, are you on? I'm gonna send it to. I'm gonna just show the video right now.
Honestly, that was like
okay.
the first
Why did
text
when she
message
said
he sent.
wait, I thought she was going. That's all I heard in my head for some reason.
Yo,
Oh, man.
Joker, you have to say it now. Like, you're gonna edit this video at the end. You gotta be like, yo, hold on to the end of the video, the end of the podcast, so you can see what we're talking about. You need to edit this video.
Hallelujah. In the book of Revelations. 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 In the book of Revelations.
I'm not you dancing.
Yo, I need a. Who was that for, bro?
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Who was that
Actually,
for?
Send me that. Send me that right now. Like I should put it up on right now.
That's gonna be the intro.
Send me that. I'll put it up right now. I can put it up right now live.
Yo, who was that for? Yo, when I tell you
What do you
this was the
mean?
first text message this man sent me.
He was
I
TikToking
texted
before
him.
TikToks were a thing.
Exactly.
That is true.
True. If you don't put that, up on TikTok and go viral,
Yo, he probably would.
you got what
He
is it?
probably
It's the 20th.
Let's
Supposedly
set a
the
goal.
Universe.
Let's
the
make a
universe is gonna change.
JxN TikTok and just upload it. No,
Right,
no
that's it.
title, no explanation, nothing.
Yeah.
No, the only explanation is what
The Book of
everybody's talking
Revelations.
about on Twitter. What everybody's talking about on Twitter. The December 21st, the universe is going
Oh
through a change.
yes.
And
What is the
everybody's gonna
backstory on that?
I have no idea.
I'm waiting for that day. I'm like, I want to see
I
what
know
goes
what
down.
it is. You want to know?
It's
I got you
tomorrow.
right now, Metri.
Why don't you take us through
Basically,
this?
somebody said that the Mayans were anorexic. I mean, anorexic.
Wow.
Dyslexic. They were dyslexic.
Okay.
And arrested.
And that instead of
All of them?
2012, it was December 20th, 2020, 21st.
Okay.
No,
No,
December
stupid.
21st, 2020.
Not that they were dyslexic.
So what's supposed to happen? The world's
is that
supposed to end?
Mayans,
Oh.
Yeah.
the Mayans didn't count leap years like we do. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah, that too,
so
actually.
technically, if you really do the math, it's supposed to fall tomorrow, basically.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
so
it's
today's
crazy.
last day? Nice.
No. Oh my God. It's already happening. You heard about internet? What the fuck?
You're completely out of touch.
guys.
Yeah, you're definitely.
I've been conning you this whole time. I'm the imposter.
Yo, Bunny.
You know,
sus.
it's the worst part.
Bunny
you know,
is
the
sus.
worst part about it. If we all go
The
tomorrow, is
Revelation
that
is
Gary is the only person who got a freaking PS5, and everybody else just dies.
Oh shit.
Why you hate it, bro? Yo, you want a tour? Do you want to see it?
Yes, let me touch it.
Wepa.
Pause.
Is it standing up or is it laying down?
It's standing up.
It's standing up.
Yo,
Pitch intense.
you know, when you actually think about it, if no one's watching a video of this and they hear is it standing up or is it laying down? And you say it's standing up. They're like,
Pitch
yo,
intense.
what the fuck? Swerving on the They're like, yo, what is this?
It's the Book of Revelation. That's the name of
That's
this
what it is. The
podcast.
Book of Revelations.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. Goose on.
It's the dance. It's the wig. Where did you get the wig from, man?
We need the
No
backstory.
idea.
We need the behind the scenes.
I used to have a wig.
I need a cosplay.
belongs-
as that.
Did you make it for a specific reason to send it to somebody specifically?
There was this
No,
girl,
I'd be
right?
Bunny,
bored.
when I tell
I'd be
you,
bored
Bunny,
as hell.
listen, when I tell you I texted this man his schedule for the week and he responded with that video.
Another one?
Time. Y'all not fucking around like that no more, right, bitch? Look at my girl.
Wait,
Tino
is
over
that
here.
Why does he look like Tyler the Creator?
is that when that store closed down? What was it? Forever 21?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he was making TikToks before TikTok. What's he doing?
Oh, I seen that video.
What? What? Looking like Edna Mode.
A reverse Edna mode and shit. It's like Edna mode's white with like really black hair, and he's like really black with really blonde hair.
Throw these videos up on Instagram Reels and on TikTok.
Word.
No,
I'm
let's
telling
make an experiment. Let's put these on a TikTok, just our podcast TikTok, and
Yeah.
see how many hits we get by the end of the week.
I'll
That's
put it up
exactly
right now
what we
live.
need to do.
I put a reel up of me mixing a drink and got 4,000 hits.
I'm telling you, new platforms is where it's at.
Oh, he sent it to me.
It's over.
I'm
It's
about to
about
put it
to
up.
go down.
In the Book of Revelations. Yo, every time I see you, bro, every time, it's the first thing that pops up. I'll be looking at you and be like, bro, you fresh today, yo. Your whole fit, amazing, but the first thing that pops in is just the Book of Revelations. In the Book of Revelations. And then that dance at the
At
end.
True's funeral, Gary's gonna be there reading his
Crying.
reading his stuff, and he's just like, someone once said the Book of Revelations.
Now I'm gonna,
And it's gonna fit perfectly, and if you knew, you
Everybody
knew.
gonna be mad as hell the moment he says that. They're gonna be like,
nope, I'm gonna say that.
"Where you got that from, Gary?"
I'm gonna
I
send
see
that
you
at
outside.
I'm gonna say that at the end of the eulogy. I'm just gonna be like, and just walk away. I miss you, man.
Yo, what
I'm
the fuck?
done.
Yo, what is wrong with you, Gary? You need help.
Those are those TikTok
Yo,
moves. That's how they
deep-
act on
yo.
TikTok.
Oh my
Deep,
God.
heartfelt. Like when you see my captions on Instagrams, when I go in deep, I go in deep. It's gonna be a real deep
Giggity.
eulogy, and I'm just gonna end it like
Giggity.
it's just walk
Sucks
away.
for you.
When I go in deep, giggity, ladies.
Well, hey,
That's why you got 2 children now.
You my boy, Blue. That's what Supreme said. Supreme said that one. Oh man! All right, hold on. I'm trying to get it going.
yo, True, did you see
wow.
the trailer for the Loki show?
No, but I know I'm happy.
Unpopular
Oh, you
opinion.
haven't?
I don't care about Loki at all.
Whoa!
No one asked
You can leave.
Hold
You can leave this
on.
podcast
Sorry,
right
I'm-
now.
Nobody
Listen.
asked you, Bunny Rabbit.
Listen,
You
let's
can
do
leave
some.
this
We should do
podcast
some
right now.
unpopular opinions.
You're racist.
That's wild.
And
You're
end the
racist.
podcast now.
Yeah, you're racist.
Are you?
I don't wanna be
serious?
here.
Sorry, I don't care about him. I don't get the hype around him.
Wait, you don't care about racism? Wow.
No, I
okay.
said I
you
don't
telling
care
me
about
that now?
Loki.
Wow.
You telling me when you
heard
saw
that?
saw
Wow.
Endgame and you saw him grab that cube and disappeared, you didn't go, "Whoa!"
For a second, but it's not like I was like, oh wow. Out of all the things in Endgame, that was like the least important to me.
Wow.
What?
I don't want to have to. Now I have to watch it because you got to watch everything to understand anything for the next shit.
Wait,
so I know I have to sit down and watch it, and I just don't care about like Loki. The character annoys me. I don't find him charming. I don't find him funny.
Listen, Linda. Listen.
In the Book of Revelations.
I was waiting for the Linda part.
In the Book of Revelations, you need to listen. Yo, I am huge. Like, I watch every conspiracy video you could ever possibly watch.
That's what she said.
Wait, what?
She said she's huge? True, who do you be messing with, man? What?
Whoa.
You ever seen a huge conjoiner?
That's our thumbnail. Yo, all right. So like I was saying, I'm huge. Like I'm really big into like
bedroom.
It's just Joker just like in his sleep.
There's so many things that can be picked up from this damn podcast.
Oh man,
my God, we are going straight to hell.
Not after reading that Book of Revelations.
Right? In the Book of Revelations.
I can't.
Yo, so like I was saying, I'm really big on conspiracy theories, and one of my favorite ones got mentioned in the Loki trailer, which is B.D. Cooper. That's the guy who got in the. That's the guy who got on the plane, and he had like sunglasses and a suit, and he handed the. You know who I'm talking about, right? He handed the steward lady a note saying, "Hey, I have a bomb." Yeah, so. So yo, when they said that was Loki, and so the big conspiracy is that they never found the guy.
Yeah.
He got away with it. Basically, he jumped off the plane with a parachute. He got away. In the trailer, Loki is basically B.D. Cooper. And he jumps off the plane, and as he's jumping off the plane, the Bifrost pulls him back into Asgard, and that's basically why no one ever found B.D. Cooper.
There you go.
And I'm like,
let me.
Revelations.
All right, I think
Gary
this is
had
work.
that dance on point. That's quite.
Yo, it's my favorite video.
I think I got it. I think I got it going. Let me see.
Hallelujah.
Yep, right there.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. In the Book of Revelations. In the Book of Revelations. In the Book of Revelations.
Is there even audio?
In the Book of Revelations.
No, I don't think
so.
I'll say
In the Book of Revelations.
True, Danny lost the audio live. Yo, imagine true, everything you ever tried to get famous for. This is the thing.
Imagine,
is the one.
Like I've tried so hard at one stupid video that I made in the middle of the night. Is what gets me popular.
Yep.
You get an email from
It usually
Drake.
be like
He's
that.
like, "Yo, I need you in my music video." Just in the back.
Oh my God, yo!
Like what? Who's that guy that you like, Joker?
You remember
Uncle,
the Chappelle
what's his name?
show?
Yo!
The one that like dances by with the pelvic movements.
What are we talking about?
Uncle Luke?
No, that guy that he was a cowboy hat. And
Oh,
he does
Theo
the
Choco.
Yes.
Theo
He's like
Choco.
he does this stupid basic like pelvic movement, and
Pelvic thrust.
he's in every music video now and shit. Every performance, they always doing something with him.
He does.
You remember in the
Quinceañeras.
Chappelle show? You remember in the Chappelle
Who?
show?
Ashley
how he would
Larry?
have No. People would be dancing. It would be a club scene, and there was always
Oh
that
yeah,
one
that
guy
one guy with the
doing
running robot.
That's gonna be true. That's gonna be true now. Just in the back like this with the wig. True, you're gonna be the new Uncle Magic. You remember them commercials? Uncle Magic. That's how you knew it was time to go to bed when that commercial came out.
Wait, what?
You've never seen the Uncle Magic commercials?
I don't think so.
That's on par with the commercial about all the old R&B music. Yo, I knew it was time to go to sleep when either those two commercials came on.
Like soundtrack commercials, like to buy the soundtrack of Smooth Jams or something.
Yeah. It was either that,
George Lopez,
George Lopez,
Sex in the City.
No, Sex and the City, yo, that was my show. Shut up.
Yeah, don't talk about that show, yo.
I used to be up in middle of the night watching Sex in the City or like 2.5 Men. My mom was like, "Go the fuck to bed."
Yo, the number one show where I knew I had to go to bed was Lilo and Stitch on Disney Channel. When that show came on, it was like, nah, I gotta go to bed. It's 3:00 in the morning.
Supreme's like Uncle Magic, the magic clown from the hood.
Yep. No one ever hired that man, but he still had enough money to get commercials.
Oh yeah, he was like a clown, like magician person.
The hip hop magician.
Yeah.
Yo, get his name right. Put some respect.
Put some respect on his name,
you just triggered something, and now I know who exactly.
He put his nieces in that commercial.
His niece, the only kids at the party.
It was always 3 of them, and throughout the years, you'll see them get older.
Oh, I need to watch like a background story, like with that guy on YouTube who does those background stories on
a documentary on
viral videos. Yes. Where is he now? Is he still doing that? Is that still his gig?
I'm about to send
him
a
I
message.
hire him?
I'm about to send him a message like, yo.
Find his social media. I know he has social media.
We want you on the podcast, man.
Yes. Special guest. Yo, imagine y'all all will geek out. If he comes.
Supreme's like, listen, Supreme's like, dude sold Knicks in his parties.
Reggie had that.
He showed up with a half-drunken bottle of Henny at every party.
What up?
I honestly, yo, you know what's my theory now? Yo, conspiracy theory. Uncle Magic is no longer doing shows and stuff because now he has accumulated a lot of money to hire people in cartoon costumes that you see them twerking at parties.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know why those videos.
Those are his people
so much.
Those are his people.
Hold on, y'all want another one?
That Elmo that just be like in there like.
Y'all ready for another one?
No, the Squidward that dabbed. The Squidward that dabbed at the Nickelodeon parade.
You ready, Gary?
That was Uncle Magic.
Oh, you goddamn niggers to stop using up all the goddamn electricity. It's pitch black in this goddamn subbitch.
Oh,
Cletus, hold the beer. I am telling you guys.
Yo, what?
True. If that happens again, we need to remake that video. But you remember that Get Out challenge they used to do?
Oh.
Wait, what?
You don't remember the Get Out challenge? Yeah. Where people just sprint straight at the camera and at the last minute.
Oh, yes.
Yo, we have to remake it the next time you have another blackout in your building. You just randomly screaming out.
That wasn't the blackout for just my building. That was the blackout for the whole area.
Wait, that was that day where the light turned blue and everything?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that was the day that the world really ended. This is all a simulation.
Don't mess with me.
Yo, like that day.
Right.
Supreme's
going to bed.
Remember when?
Hi, Supreme. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks,
Supreme. Bro. Just don't dance in your sleep.
No sleepwalkings.
No sleepwalkings. No sleptwalkings.
But yeah, that's my theory. That day that sky turned blue, everything's been downhill since then.
Wait, I don't know.
You don't remember? It was like a huge transformer in the Con Ed place that blew up, and the plasma fire
turned blue.
Yeah,
and everybody thought it was fucking aliens. I'm like, no, that's plasma.
It's Godzilla. Yeah. That's what happened. He came out of the Hudson. Finally.
Please, if he would have came out of the Hudson, he would have came out as a turtle.
Because
the Hudson is the worst fucking river in all of history.
Mm-hmm.
Like that shit.
I remember there was a video from a couple of years ago of some like tourists who were here on a boat on the Hudson, and this girl dives into the Hudson River.
Oh no!
Dives in. I hope she's okay. I've never heard a follow from her. Who knows?
She came out looking like Dr. Manhattan after that.
But
I would never touch Hudson River water.
You know what's crazy? You know how many people I've seen? You know that connector from Dykeman all the way into Harlem? That you go and buy the Hudson River under the bridges and stuff? You know how many times I stopped to use the bathroom?
Sure, you dirty bastard.
It's not just me; it's other people along the way. I'm using the bathroom. Some guy parked his car and he's using the bathroom all the way down, like 20 feet from me. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yo, it's Free and Willy out here in the hustle. That's what we doing now.
I legit had a pissing contest with my boy and shit one time. On over that bridge.
I'm bad. Shut up, Gary. You think I'm bad? You having peeing competition?
I had a whole pissing competition and shit one time.
Was it like who has more piss in them, or who shoots the farthest?
Who shoots the farthest?
Who could pee on that bum over there, or who could pee on their wife while they're asleep? Metro, you ever woke up and the bed was wet? Don't
even.
I don't know. Gusan X Gusan might have peed on you, son.
When my mom had met my brother and sister's father, she had one of those dreams where you think you're in the bathroom but you're not.
Oh no.
And what she did was she took me as a toddler and just threw me on the bed, and she was like, "Oh no,
look what he did!"
you have to hear my brother's father say it, because he was like, "Yo, it was so unenthusiastic." She was like, "Oh no, look at what the baby did." And mind you, I'm a small little baby. And
she just put you on piss. She put you in a puddle of piss. She risked it all.
Yo, a gigantic puddle with this small little baby, and he's like, "Really? Really?" She's like, "I can't believe it. I told you this."
That's so crazy. That's so sad. It's okay.
Would you do that? Would you do that to one of your kids out of embarrassment?
No.
Actually, she did that already.
How?
She did that to her grown child, Gusan X Gusan. Because me and him made a video at the Microsoft store, and she knows already, so I can tell the cat's out of the bag. But this guy was testing something and got something. And I'm like, I can't talk about it. You got to just go to the channel and watch the video. Basically, he bought something he probably wasn't supposed to.
He was always buying stuff he's not supposed to.
Right now. No, Metchi, how you end up with 2 Xboxes?
She knows. You spoke like a true Dominican right now.
Yep, she knows already.
Like, you just told the whole story saying, because I went to this place, and that person, with the thing, they went over there to the other place, and they told me, that's basically what you just said. You gave us no context, nothing.
And the funny thing is that I totally understood it.
No, he understood it completely. That day was so hilarious because the kid didn't want to tell us his name, nothing. He just was like, no.
Just Consuela from Family Guy?
Yeah.
No, Mr. Superman, no here.
That was the first time I seen somebody bag something into their backpack mad fast. I was like, yeah, Joker's definitely Dominican. I had never seen no speed like that before. He said, no, just throw the box away. I don't need it.
Just randomly with a whole nother Xbox and shit in the house. Not once did she ever question
where did that
me.
one come from?
No, she
they
never
all look the
questioned
fucking
me.
same to me. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Mind you, I'm here with my original PS4 that's making weird sounds every time I turn it on.
Sounds like an airplane right
Never did I get an upgrade until this year. He was like, nah, I can't sleep with that shit on. He brought me a new one.
Yeah, the day I got my
pulled
PS5,
a goose on
right?
Goose on you, son.
The day I got my PS5, the UPS guy, he knew what it was. He was like, "Yo, bro,
can I come in for a bit?"
House. Yo, that's exactly what he said. He was like, "Yo, I just want to see the box." Like, no, it's cool, man. Come in. I gave him water, whatever. So my little brother was hyped. My little brother was hyped. He was like, "Yo, so what does this mean? You gonna get me one too?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this old ass PS4. Up to you."
Look what you inherited.
No, you didn't give him Batman.
I did.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
You said you would never give that away. What is wrong with you? Now you're gonna have to steal it back.
It's upstairs. It's literally right here.
Steal it. Duh.
What am I gonna do?
Yo, go through the ceiling, bro. Like, what's wrong?
He uses that. He doesn't have a smart TV. That PlayStation made his TV a smart TV now.
Oh, so he had a dumb TV copy.
Yeah. He has a decent sized TV, but it's not a smart TV. So I was like, here, use this.
You're a horrible brother. You could have bought him a new TV, but you choose not to. Whatever.
Yeah, of course not. What do I look like? You understand that? Okay, before we got into this house, we shared a room, right? And when we got to this house, we fought for this TV. We dished it out and smashed my little Mac against his Ganondorf. And what was on the line was his 55-inch TV. And I'm like, okay, whoever wins gets it. And he beat my ass mercilessly.
He beat your ass?
He wanted it.
He won that 55-inch. So I was like, okay, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a 2020 TV, 65-inch, smart TV, and you're not going to get nothing.
Who's the dumb one now?
It hurts because I could have just got that TV and got a little fire stick and that would have been it.
It would have been done.
$40.
All right, ladies and germs, we've been on the ship for 2.5 hours. I'm about to jump off.
Sheesh.
Right?
You stayed to the very end.
Mechie threw something at him.
No, I didn't.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
you would have heard like a ow.
Yeah.
that was called the silent chunklet.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys.
Yeah, exactly.
You just hear the whistling in the
air. All right.
You guys made it to the end of the podcast, so now we're going to treat you with this video.
I already played the
Book of
video.
Revelations.
I already played
it. You got to put it at You got to edit it at the very end.
One more time at the very end.
No, he's Goosan in the Goosan.
I got to add it again. Hold on. Media source, this one.
My name's Goosan in the Goosan.
Oh, yeah.
In the meantime, True, since you came in last, you got to do the outro.
Oh, yeah.
You just did the outro. What do you mean?
No, we didn't. No, the outro. Since we're gonna end it with the video of you in a wig, you have to do the outro now.
I don't know what am I supposed to say.
I'm about to throw my
candy or something. You grown ass people want some candy. Y'all want to be treated to an outro, huh? You want to go somewhere? You want to go to the moon?
There
You want to go to space? Huh? You need paradise in your life? Well, you know what? Look no further. Just look at the JxN Podcast. Just watch all of that stuff. Don't be a hype beast. You know?
It's the Book of Revelations.
I take that back. Be a hype beast. Get some nice sneakers. Because, you know, they always look at gamers as bums and neckbeards. You might want to go freshen up sometimes, you know? Go shave that shit off your neck and make yourself look good so you can actually get a wife and kiss them and get out of the house.
What are you doing?
You know, you can't just be walking around here like all samsara 6 and stuff, you know?
This guy.
So, you know,
yeah,
the Book of Revelation,
just the way you are.
they couldn't read properly, so, you know, you got to do it right.
I'm about to mute your ass, bro.
Get yourself a nice 49-inch TV. All right, guys?
All right. And with that said, join us not next week because
I had to mute him. All right, so the next next week and the following week there's no podcast, so we're gonna be on vacation. Guys, thank you for joining us though. It was very, very lovely of you guys to join us on this Christmas special. 2.5 hours long. That's fucking crazy.
We had to give them a little extra.
Yeah,
since
exactly.
We're gonna be off for a while.
Even the majority of it was about Twilight, but whatever.
Hey, don't you talk back about Twilight? We could start again, bro.
You know that
the book is still here.
That might be a thing. That might be a new segment called Book
Club.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
On the fly too. Well, thank you guys for joining.
Hallelujah.
Like, subscribe, tell your friends, share.
Like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Yes. Like, please share. Subscribe to everybody's stuff. Look for us. We're in everybody else's stuff. Social and gaming media. I'm probably jumping on the Xbox after this. Anybody joining me? No? All right. I tried.
At JxNYC.
Yep. JxNYC. Hit me up. All right, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
In the Book of Revelations.
Hallelujah.
In the Book of Revelations.
Hallelujah. In the Book of Revelations. In the Book of Revelations. In the Book of Revelations.
Is your
In the Book
volume
of
on?
Revelations. In the Book of Revelations.
Can't even
In the Book of Revelations.